single. I was like doing some research. I was on Twitter. I was trying to find some like interesting stats to start this video off with. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any. I looked up CJ Stroud's name, and it's unbelievable how many people call him overrated. It's truly baffling. And I even, like, his rookie season was unbelievable. We made so many Texans videos that season. 2 years ago, that was such a fun ride for the Houston Texans, and it was kind of right around the ride of, or the rise of the Rockets, I guess I should say.
One offensive touchdown.
Here's the thing. He's in his third year. They won a playoff game last season. They lost to Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, who ended up making the
held the Rams to 14 as well.
Obviously.
Was it 14?
And I've never understood it. 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the season. He missed a chunk of time. I don't know if it's because people aren't watching Texans football. I don't know if it's because the 0-3 start and people just draw and come to these random conclusions. But CJ Stroud is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. He's the perfect franchise quarterback. He's only 24 years old. He turned 24 like 2 months ago, so he's a young 24. I don't really understand it. We've seen him win playoff games.
Okay, I got everything set up. I don't know who this dude is. His video just popped up on my. What's up, MJ? Brissett had 249 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns. He been passing on everybody though, and they be in garbage time. But I still do like Brissett regardless of that. Let's see. The Rams are repeating history. He was wrong about the bubble. Best QB so far. Interesting. How y'all doing this morning, man? Hope all y'all having a solid day so far. Got some good rest. Hope y'all boys doing all right. Ladies and gents. No, we have the occasional ladies in here. This is interesting. The real reason Joe Burrow can't stay healthy. Need Texans to lose against the Chargers and Colts. Anything possible. Anything is possible. Posting in the highlights. Rest. Jaden Daniels. I was supposed to do this, Michael Parsons. I'm gonna chill on it though. I'm reacting on highlights for right now. We got the arena. Can't complain. Always grateful to see another day. Amen. Amen. Positive to hear, bro. Let's see. Shanahan is coach of the year. That's a good one. I haven't talked about the Niners this week. That's a good one. The arena. I've been slacking, man. You know, I got it in my notes. Was it Aaron Rodgers and Steelers? So it's still I haven't done the Steelers vid. They did the Aaron Rodgers and Steelers. Phillip Rivers almost pulls it off. I don't think I did the Steelers vid. Or Bengals. Joe Burrow's time is up. Bro, I seen Joe Burrow say something about potentially leaving Cincinnati. That's crazy. Let's do that.
So Skip, what is going on with
2-1.
Anyway, let's talk about the Bengals.
Why were they lights off the other night? Last night, actually. big screen super zoom thing. Oh, good looks. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. For sure would have forgot. Thank you. All right, now I seen a comment on a video of Joe Burrow saying something. I didn't see the actual video. I've seen somebody else reporting it, but Joe Burrow was asked by a reporter, could he ever see himself leaving Cincinnati in the future? And I think he said something along the lines of anything's possible. I don't know, but so we got two videos. Speak easy. Bengals legend says Joe Burrow's time is done. As TJ Houshmandzadeh, he's gonna be speaking on, I'm assuming, Burrow. I don't know if they're going to be speaking on that quote. This video, I don't know if they're going to be speaking on it either. I don't think this one is that. But we got the real reason Joe Burrow can't stay happy, but we'll see.
Man, TJ, your team back in the news because Joe Burrow, it's a question on whether he really wants to be there or not. He had a media availability today. Reporter
okay, so yeah, they
him,
talk
is there
about
any
it.
world where you're not the Bengals quarterback? And then let's take a listen to his response.
In your mind where you're not the quarterback of the Bengals next year.
I can't see that, no.
Have you ever thought about the possibility of not being the quarterback here during your career, or?
You think about a lot of things.
I told y'all.
The only thing I could think that, like, I'm not gonna say the only thing, because it's the NFL. This happens all the time. You know, dudes who we think are franchise players, you know, leave all the time, and it's rare for it to be a quarterback, but it happens. But it just makes me think about the Matthew Stafford situation. You know, if you Joe Burrow, you know, you're looking at, you know, Stafford goes to a successful team and with the right coach, and you know, I can't say Brady went to the best situation. He went to an amazing situation in terms of, I think, personnel. I don't know if the coaching was elite. I think the personnel was elite, but the coaching was good enough for them to win a chip. But you know, I mean, that could be possible in the future. You know, just imagine if the timeline lines up where somebody said this. Somebody actually said this in chat the other day. I can't remember who it was, but just imagine if the timeline lines up where Stafford retires, Joe Burrow contract ends, or Joe Burrow wants to trade, and boom, you got LA and McVay. That's, whoo, man.
I told y'all the other day.
I got some important information.
Bruce
for y'all.
Arians, Todd
There's no
Bowles,
better place to win
good
casual
coaches.
watching
I wouldn't call
sports
them
than
elite
Pie
coaches,
Sticks.
but good
Football
coaches.
season is here, and basketball season is here, so there's absolutely no better time to join. It's good to be right.
I told y'all. That's the first.
Mitch Warmer Brand made a cool. I don't know who that is. If I've seen him before, I don't remember. But yeah, you can drop it later. I'm cool with that.
Frustration of like, bruh, I'm a winner. I can't keep losing like this. You only can take so much. When he said that, when was that? Was that Monday?
Yeah.
Whenever he said what he said the first time,
Yeah, where he sounded depressed. Yeah.
he was talking to the Bengals indirectly. Man, y'all better do something about this. Don't give me this. Oh, you wanted all these players on offense. Don't you know I follow?
Do I think Burrow will lead Chase? I mean, Burrow is his own man, so if he's not happy in Cincinnati, it's not about Chase. You know, they could be boys, but if he's not happy playing football in Cincinnati, then in terms of talent, there's plenty other talented receivers in the NFL right now. By the time Joe Burrow's contract ends in Cincinnati, there's going to be even more talented receivers in the NFL. So it's in terms of talent, he's not going to miss Chase. But in terms of maybe, you know, brotherhood, relationship wise, I mean, yeah, but it's too much chemistry between the two. Man, that's it. If you get the right situation, right coach, you can easily get that back. Stafford and Devontae first year together. You know what I mean? Devontae, Derek Carr first year together. You know, now I understand they played in college, but that was a while before. You know, you got a good situation. They gonna figure it out like that. W Streak. How you doing, Sec?
the NFL. I see what the Eagles are doing. I see what the Detroit Lions.
A good quarterback knows how to get his receiver the ball. So it don't really, like, a good quarterback and a good receiver, they'll figure out the chemistry quick. Isn't Burrow considered a vet now? Yeah, I would believe so.
Are doing. I see teams that say they really want to win what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I see that. They got players making big money everywhere. Get it done or else. And that's what I felt like when he was saying. And when you say that, well, he's leaving that doubt like, we don't turn this around.
Yeah.
Then I got to go somewhere else because I felt like I could turn this thing around. And we were this close to doing it. And now we can't even get back to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And when you get to the Super Bowl that young, you think, oh, we good. We getting right back next year. You can't even get to the playoffs. And so now it's the Bengals, they got to be on high alert. You got to be on high alert, but it's not for a lack of trying. Miles Murphy, first-round pick, D.N. Clemson, hasn't done much.
Mm-hmm.
We drafted Stewart this year out of A&M, first-round pick, hasn't done much. We drafted Jenkins out of Michigan, second-round pick, hasn't done. So they putting all the stock on defense with the guys we draft. Either they drafting the wrong guys or they just not getting developed. It's one or the other.
Say the truth, T. Joe Burrow, he doesn't want to be a Cincinnati Bengal. Say the truth.
No, I will say this. If the defense can just be a middle-of-the-pack defense.
I think Joe wants to be there, but I think his mindset isn't stuck just on Cincinnati. It's like, I want to play football. I want to play competent, competitive football. I want to play intelligent football. And if I'm not doing that, then I'm not having fun playing football. Going out here just playing, knowing that there's a high chance that we lose every week, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that, Which, totally understandable. The fact that Taylor keeping his job is crazy. That's how the front office sucks. Who was the coach that got them to the Super Bowl? Who's the head coach then? Is it Zach Taylor?
He's fine. Because with a middle-of-the-pack defense, we going to the Super Bowl.
Here's the problem, though, T. You can't be Joe Burrow's looking around at his draft class. Chargers, top 2 defense last year. Eagles, top 5 defense last year. Packers, top 10 defense last year. He's looking at Love. He's looking at Hurts. He's looking at Herbert and saying to himself, if you give me that defense, do you know what I would give y'all?
Acho, you know what's so crazy, man?
Bro, you need a good defense. I respect the take of, if you give him a middle-of-the-pack defense, I respect that take. But to win a Super Bowl, you need a good defense. And, that's what they need to give him. They need to give him a good defense. Try to get you a nice DC in there, overpay him, whatever you got to do. And that need to be the focus for the next 3-4 years. Just making sure that defense is franchised. Like you got multiple franchise players on that defense. It was him. Zach Taylor got them there. The defense is just trash. Well, it's something he's not doing right at this point. Well, you know what? I do got to take it to the grain, take it into a grain of salt, or with a grain of salt. Excuse me. Take it with a grain of salt. That Joe Burrow has been hurt some of these years. So, and that's partially as to why they miss. But the defense has not been great. So, if the defense was great, they'd have a shot when Joe Burrow does come. When Joe Burrow comes back from injury, they would have a shot to still compete. But that's still on him, to fix that.
When you said the Chargers, were they not?
I'd rather have an elite defense and average offense. Bro, that's the Chiefs. They had an elite defense. They had an average offense, but they had Pat Mahomes at quarterback. Won a Super Bowl. I think they won 2. With an average offense. I think they still had Jesse Bates in 2022. Texas right now. Texas elite defense, average offense. That's fair to say. The but what's crazy to me though, the offense got so much potential with the personnel. It's not like we got a bunch of like free agents and scrubs. Like we got a nice receiving core. And I mean, I don't know. I think the production of the offense is average due to play calling, but it's not like we don't have the guys, you know.
Magic City
Oh, yeah.
parking lot before Harbaugh got there
Absolutely.
on defense.
Absolutely.
They were god awful.
Mm.
Minter is a teacher.
Yeah.
Jesse Minter is a teacher.
Yeah.
He turned that defense around. Wow.
Do I think play calling would be better with Mixon? Nah. And I said this earlier in the season. I said I'm glad that we're doing bad right now because it's exposing us. I'm gonna do like a compilation video of like my reactions for the Texans this year if they make playoffs, which they probably will. But the fact that we don't have Tank Dell, the fact that we don't have Joe Mixon, the fact that we didn't have Christian Kirk at a certain point in time, what that's telling me is you drafted 2 receivers in the second round and you got Nico Collins and you're not getting the job done. So that's exposing the play calling. So that's telling me that we need to figure this out now. We done lost 3 in a row, so we need to figure this out now. And I think it kind of figured itself out. But I think talent is a Band-Aid to play calling. And the fact that we didn't have talent there gave the offensive coordinator no escape route because we're missing some talent. So Tank should be back next year. Joe Mixon should be back next year, and then I'm assuming we're gonna load up probably more on defense in the draft. Hopefully, hopefully we get an extra running back. I mean, I think we'll be fine if Jawar Jordan finishes the season out nice. I'm not gonna keep talking about Texans right now just because I don't want to make the video about Texas.
That's a coach.
I think we're gonna be really good next year.
That's what we got
offensively.
get. Like the Chargers defense couldn't stop a nosebleed under Brandon Staley.
Mm-hmm.
And then voila. Same player, maybe lesser players.
Yeah, probably lesser.
Bosa in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're that good, that fast. That's what you call a teacher that can really get you to, like, it's just unreal.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Yeah. I put it like this, though. We got to start hearing what Joe Burrow's saying,
facts.
Any quarterback that wants to be there would just say, I'm a Cincinnati Bengal.
But
next question. I want to be a Cincinnati Bengal. Next question. Not, you never know where life's going to take you.
This year 6.
Yeah.
And when you start getting to this point in your career, coming out, what was everybody saying? Joe Burrow should tell the Bengals, don't draft me. I don't want to be here. The Carson Palmer thing, he was training with Jordan Palmer, who was Carson's brother. And, they had conversations because I was there. And Joe was like, nah, I'm going to go there and I'm going to turn it around. And it looked like he was. And now here we are with 6 years ago. Everybody was saying this is what it's going to be.
Care Bear, what they say? Don't save her.
She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Yeah.
The Bengals don't want to be saved. Like, Joe Burrow's in a toxic relationship with the Cincinnati Bengals.
You know what? I can't do
Hold
that,
on, T.
though.
Hold on, T. The Cincinnati Bengals are that one chick who's been through the mud, been through the...
Why is this... Y'all living on the comment section. Why does it say void? I might have to look into this. Why does the last 3 years of his contract say void? Is this all option years? You gotta opt into this. So he's technically under contract until 2029. So he got 4 more years, which is a lot can happen in 4 years.
Emotional damage, maybe the physical damage, maybe all the damage, and you looking at her and you're like, you know what? I can fix her. I can fix her. I can save her. She just need a good man. She just needs somebody to treat her right. She just needs somebody to love on her. She just needs somebody to bring her flowers. She just needs somebody to take her out. And then you realize, wait a second, as much as I can love on these Cincinnati Bengals, they are who they are.
So you said
they're cheap.
They full of trauma.
They're full of trauma and they unfixable. The
That's a good
Bengals are
analogy.
not salvageable. Joe Burrow got them as far as he could get them to the Super Bowl. And 4 years later, Joe Burrow has realized, you know what? I put my heart and soul into these Bengals, and I can't save them. The Bengals are somebody that is full of trauma, and you want to save them because you think you can, but the fact of the matter is they can pull you down more than you can pull them up, and that's always going to be.
And you know, the one thing about running a good franchise and being a good head coach, he left LSU. Why he leave? But the one thing about you know, it's trial and error, you know, and a team has to be committed to you long term because you know, you're gonna experience these things where like you think you got the formula and you got so close, and then you realize as these years pass by, oh, I didn't have the formula. I thought I had part of it, and we kind of got blessed. Not gonna lie, you know, we didn't really have everything figured out. I think that's where Zach Taylor is, you know. Bill Belichick went through trial and error. I believe he was a head coach for the Browns years before he was the head coach for the Patriots. He had been coaching in the NFL for a while, so it was a lot of trial and error and seeing things play out. Trying to think of another. Sean McVay is kind of an anomaly. Like, bro came in as a young head coach and immediately had success. He's definitely an anomaly. But I mean, you don't really see Andy Reid. That's another one. You know, a lot of trial and error. You know, he went through it with the Eagles, and then got him 3 with the Chiefs. You know, had to figure the way out. You know, Sirianni and the Eagles. You know, I think again, I think they hit the ground running a little quicker because of the talent, and I think that honestly, I think they got a good GM. The organization is good. I think as an organization, they kind of figured it out. But yeah, it's a lot of trial and error, and in today's league, you're just not given a lot of time. You're not, so it's gonna be on him. Shanahan, McDermott. Shanahan. I think I throw Shanahan at what has McDermott done? I ain't really like aside from make playoffs. But you know, I mean, we'll see. You know, in terms of McDermott, but I think Shanahan is stapled. I think he's gonna. I don't see him going nowhere. They had a bad record in 2021. They let him go. I'm saying I want Burrow, but what if he comes to the Eagles? Joe, he's gonna go somewhere that has a good coach, and yeah, Jalen Hurts is still gonna be there in 4 years. I'm pretty sure. I don't see that changing.
Acho, they have. I must say, the 2026, maybe 2027. If they not back, if we not back in the playoffs in 2026 and 2027, it's a wrap.
The cap hit in 2028 really wouldn't be that bad if they were to move him. He'd be 32 at that point. But I mean, it wouldn't be that bad. They wouldn't be in the negative in 2027 if they were to move him. It's a big cap hit, but they wouldn't be in the negative, so they could do it then. But these are big hypothetics.
It's a wrap. Going into year 9, it's a wrap. He gonna say he want out, and you gave him 9 years. You can't blame him for that. I gave you 9 years of my career. Can y'all now look after me? Because I look.
Sean hasn't done nothing yet. Sean who? The Bengals have to add pieces to their defense or at least rebuild it. No, it's facts. That's facts.
Looked after y'all for 9. I tried my best.
Yeah.
Can I be honest?
Please.
Last year, Joe Burrow goes out there. He gets sacked 48 times, ranks amongst the top in the NFL. And while getting sacked 48 times, like he did in 2021 when he got sacked 51 times, he lights up defenses week in and week out. 70% completion percentage, 43 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, almost passes for 5,000 yards.
Sean McDermott. Is it Sean McDermott or Doug McDermott?
They have an electric offense. Crazy.
If Burrow leaves, Jamar leaves. Oh, no, that's facts. That is facts. They're going to pull an Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. I would not be surprised. Hey, this is funny because Devontae said he's going to retire when Stafford retires. Let's say Stafford and Devontae retire, and let's say, oh man, let's say Joe and Jamar go to the Rams. That's just a huge hypothetical. Doug McDermott in the NBA. Okay.
Couldn't stop a nosebleed. He comes back this season. Their defense was worse. As a franchise quarterback, that is a slap in the face. And I understand people are going to make it about, oh, well, he missed some time this year. That's on him. Like you want to be a playoff contender, you got to be there every game. And I hear that. But also at the same time, the Bengals with Joe Burrow aren't a Super Bowl contender this year because of that defense. That defense is that bad. I watched Joe Flacco go out there and pass for 470 yards in a game. And a loss. Like that defense is just that bad. Yeah, 40-plus points. And they're that bad. That team is walking dysfunction. I completely agree with you. To use this term, I'm not talking to Lane Kiffin, but you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, man. I'm sorry. The Bengals are in that type of situation right now. It's tough for them.
He is not wrong on that. And the last thing I'm gonna say, and T, I actually want your thoughts on it, is like, if you're Joe Burrow, is it worth it to leave? We'll talk about Kevin Durant later, but have you hit that KD, LeBron James point in your career where it's like,
if he gives them the
How did
9
they
years,
explain
like I
last
think
year?
will
What do you
happen in
mean?
the next 2 years, it comes to a point where it's like, I gotta leave. I gotta leave for me. I gotta leave for my career. I gotta leave for what I'm trying to accomplish. I did all I could do, and I thought you guys were committed just as much as I am.
He got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because the fact that he's saying these things to the media means he's getting fed up. He's getting fed up, and I'm pretty sure it's not with the players as much as it is with the coaches, because it's like, hey, this is y'all job, the front office. This is y'all job. Y'all supposed to give me a defense. Y'all supposed to call better plays offensively. Whatever. You know. The defense was atrocious. They were just talking about that. The defense being bad. I mean, that's really been an issue the whole time. I'm gonna switch over to the arena and hear out what they're saying. Now, I think this video was recorded before his comments came out, so I don't think I'm gonna do the whole thing, but we gonna hear it out.
Burrow.
I think if the Rams win the Super Bowl, Stafford may retire, and then they trade for Burrow. I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I'm Sean McVay, yeah, that's exactly where I'm looking at. That's exactly where I'm looking at. Somebody just said this in the chat the other day. I don't remember who said this, but that's the way to go. Honestly, I'm throwing a haul at them. And don't the Rams got picks, right? I don't feel like looking. But the Rams got picks, right, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I do that.
I'm going to say this first.
They had their
I
chance to
hope
re-sign
this isn't
Bates.
going on. I hope he's not turning into just another pouty diva who wallows in this public self-pity. I don't want to hear that.
That's fair.
But I don't think that's happening. This is what happened to me. Joe came into this year thinking Super Bowl, that he had.
They got the Falcons' first rounder this year, which is 10th, right? The thing is, though, if I'm the Rams, obviously you're going to use that pick. If it's 10th. Now, if it's like top 5, I think I can see them trading back. I would like to see them trade back and flip that 10th for a first rounder next year, and take somebody else's first rounder this year. So you got 2 firsts for that. So you still walk out of this draft with 2 firsts. But I mean, we'll see. I trust that organization. Sean McVay and all of them, they do a good job. So they'll whatever they do, they're gonna make the right choice. But if they do flip it, that gives them ammo. That gives them ammo down the road to stack up first round picks down the road, so they can make a move like that. Because Joe's not leaving next year. I don't see that happening. Like, he's gonna be a Bengal next year. Now, if they still are having these same issues, they got cap next year too. The 2026 cap space is pretty good. If it's still the same issues next year, then we can start we can, I say 80% start entertaining that. Falcons traded up for Pierce, which paid off. Yeah, that boy nice, man. That boy is nice.
Had the team around him, obviously the receivers, to go win it all. He got to one, didn't close the deal. And Akib and I both thought before the year they had the goods to go win it all. We both picked Cincinnati. They win their first 2 games. He's 2-0. He gets hurt. He misses 9 games. He comes back. They're 3-8, barely hanging on. And he sees an opportunity. He's looking at the division. He's looking at Pittsburgh and Baltimore struggling. And he says, you know what? I can do this. We can do this. We're going to win out. We're going to win the division. And here we go. And he goes to Baltimore on Thanksgiving night, and he's Joe Cool. He puts on a Joe Burrow show, as did the team. They win it going away 32-14. And I sat back, or you sat back and said, oh, he is back, baby. Here we go. So now they got to go to Buffalo. It's that guy. It's Superman. And he's got Superman pinned down. He's got him, and they're counting out Superman. And it's 28-25 with 5:25 left in the game. And Joe Burrow, of all quarterbacks, makes one careless little mistake on a corner blitz. He says, I'm just going to push pass it over to Jamal. I'm just going to kind of shot put it over. And Christian Benford goes up and snatches it out of the sky and keeps running for a pick 6. And Joe Burrow's shocked, shell-shocked, and next play comes right back, and it tipped up in the air, intercepted again. And he shook it off, and he still came back and put on a big spectacular
They got pick number 9.
drive, touchdown, but it wasn't enough. So they lose 39-34 at Buffalo, season over. And I just think he was devastated by that because this kid will compete. And I think I think he was ashamed of what he did. And it was like, I did that? How could I do that? Back-to-back interceptions, especially the first one. And so he came out in a home game against Baltimore this past. He just wasn't into it. Whose season had been shattered. A team with Super Bowl hopes that had nothing more to play for. And again, I'm not defending Joe on this count because I didn't love it, but I did understand it because high hopes for the Super Bowl, high hopes to come back and steal the division, and it went up in smoke in one.
You got a feeling the Bengals are drafting a receiver. Why would they do that? I think Bill's game ruined Joe mental this year. Yeah, I know that hurt, but it is what it is, you know. It's the same thing from last year, you know. Now, to be fair, they did make an attempt, was that TJ? It was either TJ or Acho pointed out. They did make an attempt to you know, add to the defense. They have made attempts to do that. It's just not aggressive enough, in my opinion. I said that when they drafted Taj Brooks, you know, why y'all drafting running backs? Who else did they draft? I can't remember, but yeah, need to be spending them picks elsewhere. But you know, as much as I like Taj Brooks, and that was a waste of a pick because they haven't even used Taj this year. I don't think he's played in the regular season. I don't know. I don't even know he has. Maybe he got 1 carry this year. Is T a free agent? T's under contract for the next 4 years, and T and Jamar are both under contract. I think it's either 4 years or 3 years, but they're both under contract.
One little careless mistake of a moment that he hasn't yet gotten over. I just think it's about competing, and he got his guts ripped out. That's what I think happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it goes back to last year. You know what I'm saying? He had high hopes for the year. You lose a bunch of games. You finish strong as hell. Think you have a chance to get all the way to the last game of the season. Got a chance to get in the tournament.
Shamar, Barrett Carter, Demetrius Knight, Taj. I wasn't that big on Barrett Carter. No offense to bro. Could turn out to be a great player. Yeah, nah, they don't need to touch offense. Joe Burrow is good enough of a quarterback to where you can go and take guys who are undrafted free agents, and he's going to go out there and ball out with them. He's a good enough quarterback. So I wouldn't touch a receiver in the draft. I wouldn't touch a running back in this upcoming draft. You need to be aggressive and make a statement to your franchise quarterback and to your franchise, to your receivers, to everybody on the offense that we're trying to improve. And they need to do what they got to do. Barrett was nice at Clemson. Maybe I got to rewatch his highlights. I'm thinking of maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. I gotta go rewatch my reaction to his highlights. I probably love from Notre Dame. Don't go to KC. If I'm the Chiefs, I'm trading up for him. As much as I like Pacheco, you know what I'm saying? My boy dealing with all these injuries. I like Kareem Hunt, but Chiefs potentially got a top 10 pick, top 15, whatever. I would trade up to go get Jeremiah Love because it's only maybe one team in the top 10 that needs a running back that I could see making that move. It's not too many at all. So that'd be crazy. If I draft offense, it'll be bad. Yeah, they don't need no offense, bro. If they're gonna sign any offense, sign some vet minimums. Vet minimums on offense. Nothing else. Because anybody will want to play with Joe Burrow. So you don't need to use draft picks or future talent on future picks on offense. You can get you a guy off the street and anybody can play with Joe Burrow. And again, if they decent enough, Joe's gonna make them look better than what they are.
You balled out in there.
You don't. But then you want that momentum. Okay, we're gonna look at the glass half full.
Yep.
Like Coach do, You want that momentum to carry on to the next year.
Yep.
You start the next year, feel like you're playing, you feel pretty good about it. Boom, you get hurt. Then you by the time you come back, you want whoever the backup quarterback is, win 3 games, give me some type of chance to have a playoff comeback. When I get back, you come back, you're pretty much out of it. Now you in the same boat you was in last year. You got to win out again. Then you had a game where he shot put.
I think, bro, just looking at football outside looking in, it's kind of like the same pattern with all these teams. Like when you look at every team that goes to the Super Bowl, like there are similarities with all of them. But again, when you're inside, it's hard for you to look at everything from a broader perspective because there's so much going on inside. And I just think that's what it is with a lot of these guys, and that's why they run organizations bad or they coach bad or they, But I think that would be a cool job. If I was a GM of the Bengals, what I'd do? Defense. That's it. That's all you need to do right now. Defense. Like you said, Mitchell Tinsley, bro. Now I think Mitchell Tinsley. I think he got some talent, but man, that's all you need to do. Honestly, defense right now. Focus on that, and they need to find them a good DC. Not only do they need players, you need a good DC because a bad DC is going to make good players look bad. So they need to find a good DC as well.
Throw a pick and it's over again. I think he's just super frustrated with the past 2 seasons, himself, his team, with everybody, man. So then you had a little cryptic message, interview, and it's just the frustration is just there. So I mean, you have a terrible day at the office. That's not abnormal. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have a day like that. Jeter had a day like that. I done had a day like that. You know what I'm saying? But with the Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns, that's remaining on your schedule. He a true pro. I think he come back, finish strong, and try to take that momentum into the next year.
Yeah, he's got to get some momentum.
I was signed.
Try to find something.
I was signed by Trey Henderson, bro. Not gonna lie.
Losing is poisonous, man. It has a major effect on great competitors. He's a great competitor, obviously. So when they get knocked out of the playoffs, he's definitely going to be a little bit down and shaken. I mean, it's dark in Cincinnati in the morning. You get up.
Who was a smart guy that signed Fant while having Mike already? Boy. Nah, that's crazy. We're gonna cap this off here. They kind of saying like some generic thing so far. And the topic is kind of, it's not a bad topic, but it's going on. So we're gonna cap this off here. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Lot of different routes this can go, but we're not gonna see, and this is probably gonna be a topic for a while now, just because Joe done came out and said something. But we're gonna see in the next I think by next year, after the draft, there's going to be some evaluation on what this team did in the draft and in free agency. And yeah, once they get out there on the field, it's going to go away. And then probably like mid-season, depending on what their record is, conversation is going to get entertained again. But we'll see. Depends. Let me know your thoughts though. If I was GM, I'm trading T and getting off that contract and building the defense. Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that because you got to take advantage. They don't. T's contract is fine. Because look at their cap next year. I'm gonna show you. The cap is fine next year. T's contract is not hurting them. 2026, they got $70 million cap. They're ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're top 10 in cap space next year. So T's fine. T's doing good. And right now, honestly, in today's league, you need 2 receivers. I have so much hope for Shamar. I do too. I'm not gonna lie. I think Shamar could work out, bro. But you need a good DC. You need good position coaches. You need good coordinators. You need the. I definitely think he could work out. Same thing with Miles Murphy. I think again, you got good coaches. You're gonna get the most out of them. Yeah, they went crazy with the tight ends. Taj Brooks did not need to sign him. As much as I like Taj, I think and I think his talent is being wasted, bro. This dude is very talented. But yeah, that is what it is. They need better corners. Now, DJ Turner's been playing good this year, so I'm not gonna knock him. Everybody else though, I mean, maybe they can go, but he been decent this year. He been a bright spot in that secondary. DJ Ivy, so good. So is Newton. Who's DJ Ivy? That name sounds familiar. Brian Flores to the Giants would be great as a head coach or as a DC. We also have Eric all on IR. I got too many tight ends. Yeah, who idea was this? Why do you have so many tight ends? Yeah. Y'all don't run a bunch of 2 tight end sets. Not that I know of. Y'all wouldn't even need to because y'all have so many receivers. Like that wouldn't even make sense to me. I would prefer to get my receivers on the field more than my tight ends. I mean, if you're trying to establish the run, I guess, but I don't know. That's a lot. Brian Flores has to stay with us. He's been improving our defense. Money do talk. Money do talk. Now I'm curious if Flores will want to be a head coach again, or is he going to stay as a DC? Because I think I've seen that some DCs or OCs, they'll go and be head coaches and then they don't like it, but they so nice at being a DC or OC that they stay in the league permanently as a coordinator. Secondary biggest issue. Not mad at the D line. There's some potential in the front 7. I gotta watch Barry Carter film. Gotta watch his film. Demetrius Knight, he's been showing some bright spots this year. I'm not gonna lie. But I gotta watch Carter's film, and then it's definitely potential in the front 7. Bryce Young is not the future. Do this about.
The Panthers defense.
They got Jags with sneaky contenders. Jordan Battle, DJ Turner, Student and Dax are not bad. Are they calling Mike Tyson overrated? Yeah, I'm not even finna entertain that. I'll take in account that he was the coach of the Dolphins. I don't even think he did that bad with the Dolphins. Like, I remember the defense was good, if I'm not mistaken. I think the issue was just offense, and I think he wasn't all in on Tua, and I think the organization was. So there was conflict there.
The episode was good so far, but the only thing I don't like how they be treating Starfire compared to Blackfire. Like, why did they do that? And here we go again. This is why I have an obsession with goth girls. Hey, turn the music off right quick. Mr. Baldwin therapy. Yes, I'm about to schedule an appointment.
You really should apologize after stepping on someone's foot.
They expect the 50-year-old to be in his prime. Nah, they're talking about Mike Tyson's, like, his overall legacy. At least that's what the title said. It said he's not top 10 all time. All right, let's see what they're talking about right here. They're gonna entertain this here a little bit. Oh, you know, I have not been looking at YouTube comments. Okay, nobody said nothing on YouTube. Okay, cool. I'll be feeling bad. All right, let's go ahead. Cut the music. All right, we got Bryce Young is not a franchise QB. Let's go ahead and hear this out.
Defensively, they've been pretty good.
Correct.
The Panthers have been pretty good on defense. The Panthers defensively, they've been pretty good.
Correct.
The Panthers have been pretty good on defense. The Bucks lose.
Yeah.
You really, really need this game if you're the Carolina Panthers. You can't lose to the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you win this game, you in the
Wanted to see Bud
driver's
fight
seat
one more,
to make
bro.
the
Yeah,
playoffs.
same.
And so
Same.
if they don't make the playoffs, they're going to look back on this game and say, how did we let him do this to us?
Yeah.
Like, how did you lose, one, to a quarterback? He wasn't even a starter at the outset of the season.
Yep.
And yes, he's a rookie, but he's a veteran rookie.
I can see Bud doing some exhibitions, like kind of like Floyd, if the money's there. Lane Johnson and Jalen Carter were out of practice yesterday. My missing game was Saturday. Ooh.
Rome, are we built to talk Panthers?
This dude married, got kids. What, he 27?
27.
Done been to Oregon, Texas Tech. He's everywhere, right? He done played at Louisville?
Yeah, Louisville too.
Like, I mean, he was at like 8
everywhere.
different schools, yeah.
And he's somewhat mobile. He can move around a little bit.
Yeah.
And so,
can I speak on that for a moment though? Because
Shuck is 27.
Speaking of these Carolina Panthers, y'all know on the Speakeasy, we don't talk about every team, your favorite team as well. We don't discriminate.
Is it crazy to say Bud top 5 all time? Nah. I mean, for somebody to have that opinion, it's a respectable opinion. You know, to each his own for sure. I don't think that's bad.
Like some shows that just talk Lakers and Cowboys. The Panthers, to me, are ruining a great thing. Reason I say that, the Saints are going to turn a corner eventually because of Kellen Moore and likely now Tyler Shuck. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been injured the entirety of the season, Baker Mayfield included. Eventually, the Falcons become.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. All the Saints is missing, and they could possibly pull the trigger is a running back, and that's gonna take that team to another. Because the defense is decent. They're not great. They are on a cusp of being really good. They got this number 7 pick. If I'm them, I'm taking Jeremiah Love. I know the dream destination would be Kansas City. Kansas City would have to trade up, but none of these other teams right here need running backs. Giants don't. Raiders don't. Tennessee doesn't. Now, if TP and Tajay Spears leave, maybe, then you're going to need a running back for sure. You're taking him there. Cleveland don't. Jets don't. Arizona don't. So he would fall into your lap right here. But that would take them somewhat to another level in that division, because the divisions it's competitive. But again, they beat the Bucks and they beat the Saints. So I mean, I don't know if anybody got swept or they're splitting, but still, you know, considering that they're not a favorite in that division and they just beat them teams, and they've been decently competitive all year, I think it could be something to look out for. But I think all they're really missing is a running back on offense, and then you could probably add a little bit more pieces on defense. They should have kept Rashid. Yeah, they low key should have. I don't really know if they. Like I don't even know if that was worth the move. I mean, is his contract coming up? Did they not want to pay him? Is Seattle not really doing nothing with him. Rashid Shaheed. His contract is void. I wonder what's up with that. So I guess his contract is coming up. Void for 2026, 2027. Yeah, I guess so. And then let me see the cap. Oh, the Saints don't have cap. Oh yeah. Never mind. Yeah, okay. I get why they traded him. They don't have cap.
Because of all the talent they have, we'll figure it out once they get a coach there that will figure it out for them. Panthers. Bryce Young on his third year. He should be ascending towards peaking. You got a coach that's a brilliant offensive mind. You got a defense that is young, hungry, talented, and you've been relatively healthy, all things considered. You have offensive pieces, and you stumbled into a gem in Rico Dowdle.
You hit a home run with the draft. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
How in the hell are you going to squander a season that has been handed to you on a silver platter because you have the audacity to lose to the Saints? The audacity. Like, you have the courage, the gall to lose to the Saints. After
the courage is
putting
crazy.
up wins against the Rams. Putting up wins, I believe, it was against the Packers. So, to me, T, if we're being honest about the
Panthers been that team for like 3 years now. Legit. They have been that team that's competitive but not good. They've been that 500 type team all for like 3-4 years where they'll beat a really good team and lose to a really bad team. And this has been it's been consistent. Why is that? I don't know. I don't got the answers. I'm assuming it got something to do with the front office and coaching.
They are wasting a prime opportunity to get into the playoffs and just see what happens. I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than Prize Picks. Football season is here. And
they better get in.
Yeah.
This is the perfect. The Falcons. Penix State, I don't know what happened to the Falcons. I thought they would be much better this year. That's number one.
Play calling.
Bucks with all the injuries.
Correct.
Okay, they get a pass. The Saints aren't going to stay bad, like you said, this long. And then there was almost a fire sale. Okay, we will trade Olave. They traded Shaheed. They were basically giving up. They're planning for the future. If you're the Carolina Panthers, I will say this, though. They're one playmaker away from being really, really good. But if you have a chance to get in the playoffs now with a rookie quarterback on a rookie contract, I mean, not a rookie quarterback, you have a quarterback on a rookie contract, you can really load your team up with that. And so this game against the Saints are bad.
Let me tell you
They're
this,
not
though.
good.
Here's my problem with the Panthers.
He said the Panthers are one playmaker away from being really good. I feel like they got a lot of playmakers on offense. You got 2 starting caliber running backs. You got Ted McMillan. You got Jalen Coker. You got Zay really good. You got Jimmy Horn Jr. Like, you got a bunch of weapons. It's not – I understand that they're all young, but, like, you got a bunch of weapons. So, I mean, maybe they're not elite, but I think you can definitely maximize the talent that – like, they could be maximizing the talent that they have a lot better. Panthers or Bucks going to have to play the Rams or Seahawks in the wild card. They cooked either way. Yeah, I don't see them beating the Rams again. I think they got blessed, and you know it happens. It's the NFL, but I don't see that happening again. And then Seahawks, I don't see them beating the Seahawks.
Can I say this? My problem with the Panthers, they're a reflection of their quarterback. Very talented, very inconsistent.
Up and down.
Peep this at home.
Up and
the
down.
Panthers' last 8 games: loss to the Saints, win versus the Rams, loss to the Niners, win versus the Falcons, loss to the Saints, win versus the Packers, loss to the Bills, win versus the Jets.
They got swept by the Saints?
Yeah, swept
Yes,
by the
they
Saints.
got
Get
swept by
out
the
of here,
Saints.
man. They don't deserve to be in the
That's tough. That's tough.
playoffs.
They don't deserve to
They
be
don't
in the
deserve
playoffs.
to be in the playoffs. Do you get swept by the Saints?
But that tell you though. I mean, let's look at the Saints record real quick. The Saints not a terrible team. I've been saying that all season though. I've been saying that all season. They got a competent defense. They got competent pieces on offense. I don't think the quarterback is trash. They're a few pieces away from being a really good team. One possession game to the Niners, one possession game to the Cardinals, one possession. Oh no, they got blew out by the Seahawks. Blew out by the Bills. Okay. Beat Giants. One possession game with the Patriots. Kind of barely lost to the Bears. They got whooped by the Saints. This was an ugly game. This was ugly. The Bucks. This is an ugly game. Both of their matchups with the Bucks this year were ugly games. Got beat by the Rams. That's fair. They got beat down by good teams. They lost to the Dolphins, one possession game. There's two possessions. Not too many blowouts, you know. And the teams that they did get blew out by were like really good teams. So I mean it's fair. It's fair. And then they split with the Saints and swept the Panthers. I mean they split with the Bucks and swept the Panthers. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a team with some potential for sure.
Yeah.
They swept.
Is it Bryce or coaching? I'm gonna always say coaching first. I'm gonna always say coaching. Let's look at Bryce. Look at Bryce numbers.
Swept you. That's two of the Saints' 4 wins.
Get out of here.
They have continuously been the most confusing team in the entire National Football
You know what it is? The Saints played them well because it's 17-7.
Yep.
So
19 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That's not bad. 2,500 yards. That's not great. But really not that good. But I mean, he could finish. He gonna finish with 3K. He's gonna probably finish with double-digit interceptions. I'd be surprised if he don't. His completion percentage is 63%. That's not great. You'd like to see that improve. Last year he had 63%. Same passer rating at the moment. He's looking like he's going to do the same thing last year. 23 touchdowns, 11 picks. I can see that, you know, honestly. Hopefully he does better than that, but you definitely want to see some improvement. I mean, he got a shot to improve. He definitely got a shot. Like, it's still time left, but he's looking like he's going to replicate last year, which is not great. But I'm gonna always blame the coach first. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Believe he's a good quarterback. I think he's very similar to Hurts. In what perspective? Like what do you mean by that?
So they not really scoring against them.
Yeah.
The Saints understand something schematically
here's
that the Panthers
here's
are
my
doing.
problem. Y'all.
He's still young. You know, the thing is too with shorter quarterbacks, I think it takes more effort to develop them. It requires a lot more effort because they shorter. They're limited, you know.
I do realize Bryce Young,
Production wise, I mean, yeah, but Hurts got more. I don't know. I give Hurts more of an excuse. I give Hurts more of an excuse. I can't really get. I can give Bryce the excuse of him being young, but you know, I think he should be out there just playing free ball and not just doing your thing, you know. But it definitely requires more preparation. It requires more preparation on his end and the coach's end. I say that because he was good at Bama. What would Bryce do on that Eagles team? I don't think he would do as good as Jalen Hurts. I mean, he was good at Bama, and you know what? Maybe he would because it's a good situation. And I mean, that's what we see with these Bama quarterbacks. They're good in good situations. Mac Jones good in a good situation with the Niners. Tua good in a good situation with the Dolphins when it was a good situation. It's kind of up in the air right now, but I don't know.
Hasn't had back-to-back 200-yard passing games all season. We're going into week 15. He has not had back-to-back 200-yard passing games all season long.
To be fair, he's only had 3 200-yard passing games all season, period.
Which is problematic in and of
yeah,
itself.
Like it's, yeah.
All
He's
it
too
is,
inconsistent, bro.
They have the future of the playoffs in their hands.
Yes.
Because they have 3 games left, 2 of those games against the Bucks. You win both of them, you win.
Yeah.
You don't? Sorry.
Yeah, and you don't deserve it.
No.
Like, I won't even feel bad for you.
I mean, you get swept by the Saints, you really don't deserve it anyway.
Yeah.
But I guess if you sweep the Bucks, then here you go.
Let me put you on the hot seat. Bryce Young, a franchise quarterback. I know Bryce too. Love Bryce. Bryce is a great
That's
dude.
my dog.
Great dude. Him and his dad.
He's a great human being. Okay, it's funny you say this. You asked me this question, right? I just told somebody a few days ago.
Yep.
I would re-sign Bryce. I would.
You picking up that 5th year?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
But listen, I'm signing him at my number. I'm doing him the same way that I would have done Brock Purdy. The same way. I'm not giving you $1 more than $44 million a year. By the time Bryce come up, quarterback's going to be making 65, 67. I'll give you 44, 45 a year max. If you think you're getting $1 above 50, see ya.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I would like Bryce at my quarterback at a slight discount because I don't believe he is the Josh Allens, the Burrows, the Mahomes. I don't believe
What
he's
up, crazy?
But I'll give you 45. If you can't take 45, I wish
How
you
you doing,
nothing but
man?
the best.
I reread that.
I don't know. Is 3 years fast enough to know if you have a franchise quarterback?
Hell yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I think 3 years is enough time. I think 3 years is enough time. You ride it out and you keep trying to win with the QB because he's under 8. Like if he's playing good enough, which I think Bryce is playing. I think he's playing good enough. I think he's playing great to be for sure like this is our franchise guy. I mean, that's questionable. But I think if you have to question it, then it's a no. But if you have to question it, you can ride it out until that contract year hits. Doing good, yes sir, yes sir. Can't complain, bro. But I think if you have to question it, then they're good enough to ride it out. So because you want to try to win with them under a rookie contract. Now, for if they're not good enough, you know somebody's bad. All right, we need to move on. But I think he's good enough right now, and ride it out. Try to do something. You got one more year. They need to be aggressive this offseason, man. This upcoming offseason, and plug some holes, get some good coaches in there, something. Because then you don't have to pay them.
It should be fast enough.
But when you say franchise, you mean
Gotta see him in
top
the
of the market
playoffs.
money, right? That's
I mean, we have those few quarterbacks, here and there who do really good in the playoffs. Eli Manning and such and such. But I mean, that's not a every year thing. That's like every 5 years or every decade. And maybe Bryce could turn into one of them quarterbacks who just cuts it on in the playoffs. Who knows? But does that make him a franchise guy? Him having a good playoff run, but then playing mid in the regular season. I don't know. I like the core of T-Mac, Leggett, Coker, and Jimmy. No, that's a nice core, bro. That's a very, very nice young core. I like it a lot, too.
what I'm taking
Yeah,
from that.
I mean a quarterback that a quarterback that I don't want to replace for the next 10 years.
Yeah,
when I say franchise,
that's not what Bryce is.
that's
But
who. That's
there's
what I'm
some
saying.
quarterbacks. I think Bryce is a quarterback. If everything around him is very good, he can win. He needs everything around.
You could argue Hurts is like that, I think Hurts is just more proven. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. You know, Hurts has a Super Bowl. Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls. You know, he's more proven. So it's like you can compare them to an extent, but one guy is just much more proven than the other guy. You know, Bryce got more question marks, you know, over his head than Jalen Hurts do.
Around him to be very good.
But because you play in Carolina, you're not getting free agents like that. So you're not going to get everything around.
You have to draft well. And this draft, they did well. You're going to have to draft well. You have to draft like the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles, everybody needs to try to mimic the Eagles.
Yeah.
You got to draft well like the Eagles. If you can do that and pay him 45, because you making 45 a year, you set for life.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
But you know how these agents work.
Yep.
No.
You know, this is a good draft for them, but I wouldn't glaze it, at least not yet. But I do like this draft class. Ted, Nick, Princely, ETN, Lathan Ransom been playing. Cam Jackson, I don't know if he's been playing. Mitchell Evans is pretty solid, and then Jimmy Horn. You know, a lot of these guys have actually been getting involved this year, which is good to see. But it's a lot of potential in this draft class. I wouldn't stamp it as like. I mean, it's a good draft class.
Man, you gotta tell your agent, bro. Listen, bro, I'm signing and I'm taking this. You getting fired, one or the other. Because they gonna want 60 plus. But if I was the Niners, I wouldn't have given Brock Purdy what they gave him either.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough to believe in Bryce as a franchise quarterback. If that's what your criteria is a 10-year starter. I don't know if he's gonna make it to that point.
Yeah, we're gonna see about that. But again, you take advantage of the situation. Again, if he's playing good enough, where it's like you on the fence about him being a franchise guy, you just ride it out until negotiation time, and just try to win while you got him on a young contract. But we'll see. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I would entertain a Delvon Campbell experiment, bruh. It's so crazy how many undrafted free agents and guys who are so nice, but they end up on somebody's practice squad. Like they got the talent. Like if they were on a starting roster, if they were on a roster, given the targets, given the opportunities, they'd be so nice. But it's just the league, man. Teams got too much money invested into certain guys and this and that, and All right, let me take a leak real quick. Give me a second, y'all. Real deal. What up? Bryce will have a Baker, Darnold, Tannehill type career. I can see that. I can see that. Hope Sellers stays in college one more year. Yeah, I seen he is. And Arch. What's up, Dan? I seen that with both of them. Let me see. Do they talk about Phillip Rivers? Because I know the arena did. No, they didn't. Okay, let's get on so here.
Aaron Rodgers showing Phillip.
And then which one is that? Aaron Rodgers. Look at that shit up. Holmes tears ACL. Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl 141. Was Zaire Franklin was saying on Jeff T podcast? I mean, he said a lot. That's a whole podcast episode. I did see he said that he got Amon-Ra over Puka, which is, I think that's a little wild, but it's not super wild, but I think I wouldn't agree with that. Rivers gonna go 0-4. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If he could build off of that performance last week, because again, he didn't turn the ball over. The pick he threw at the end of the game, like that was like, it's the end of the game. That wasn't nothing, crucial. You gotta take your shots at a certain time, but he definitely it wasn't good, but it was decent. It was decent, and if their defense can keep playing like that, JT can run the ball, which is not gonna be easy for them because they play a bunch of good run defenses, but they could probably win a game or two, possibly. I'm not really betting money on it, but I don't know if I bet on it, but yeah. Rivers thinks Taylor can be his scapegoat. I think the coach is thinking that. I think they think JT gonna be the scapegoat, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, so we got Speakeasy and the arena talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Phillip Rivers.
This one says Aaron Rodgers can go on a Super Bowl run. Let's see about that.
Aaron Rodgers showing Phillip Rivers that Phillip Rivers doesn't represent all old men. Washington a beast. Rodgers got a chance for one last Super Bowl run.
Ooh, let's go there then.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk
about it.
Is it really worth the conversation?
I think it is.
Hey, I respect Shady for being real. I ain't gonna lie. I got Bill Steelers in a wild card and Buffalo blowing them out. I think the Steelers could really hang with anybody. Like, if I'm being completely honest and transparent. I think roster wise they can hang with anybody, but I think coaching, they come to offensive coordinating, defensive coordinating. I'm not gonna say head coaching. I think Mike Tomlin's a good head coach, but when it comes to play calling, all in the right plays at the right time, I think they're gonna get out coached. I do think I think that's what's gonna lose them the in the playoffs or whatever,
I mean, Aaron Rodgers at his best, like MVP Aaron Rodgers.
Bills already dominated them. Got you.
Like 40-some touchdowns and 6 picks, Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, better. 48 touchdowns, 5 picks.
You know what I'm saying? He was amazing. He's only even seen the Super Bowl once. Like, what's this place? Okay. Oh, I'll be here again. No, you won't be here again. So before we talk about the old man play, because he's playing solid right now.
That's crazy.
But to say that that sounds crazy.
I will say, can we say this? This is probably Aaron Rodgers' best chance at a Super Bowl in the last 5 years because of the path.
What quarter did Rodgers get hurt this game?
Was at his best with the Packers, which was phenomenal. Tom Brady was still there. With Antonio Brown, with Rob Gronkowski, with Mike Evans, with Chris Godwin.
Yeah, I seen that by AR earlier. Appreciate that. And thank you for the Thank you, Brody. Thank you for the sub, dog. Hope all is good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hope everything good with you too, bro.
This is crazy.
Now Aaron Rodgers
This is wild.
is in an AFC, and Aaron Rodgers will probably have more playoff wins than all of the other 6 AFC quarterbacks in the playoffs combined.
What does that get you?
I say this, like to add more fuel to the fire, entertain it a little bit more. There is no clear favorite in the AFC. I think you can argue that the Broncos and Patriots are, but I think both of them are beatable. So I mean, it's all about matchups, and anybody can win on any given day. So somewhat possible.
Assuming Aaron Rodgers, it gets you veteran experience. It gets you what to do in the clutch, and it gets you how to lead your team down the field in a close ball game. Because Aaron Rodgers, I believe he's 11-10 in the playoffs. That's more playoff wins than Justin Herbert plus Drake May plus Bo Nix. Who am I missing? Plus
Josh Allen. Want to mention him?
Plus Josh, include Josh. I think Josh has 5. Plus Trevor Lawrence.
I'm setting you up. So right now, all this experience.
Yep.
Is he playing the quarterback position better than Josh Allen?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Is he playing the quarterback position better than Drake May?
No, but the playoffs is a different season, and you know that. It's a different season, and you know that.
Yeah, that's true, right? That is true. But what does your eyes tell you? What does your eyes tell you? Let's not overthink this.
But Shady, you do always talk about resume.
It's okay.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, resumes matter, but the dude is 40. And he looks like it.
Yeah.
He's 40. Today he didn't.
Oh my God. He played the Dolphins. I can come out of retirement right now and go for 50 yards right now. Yeah,
right
it's the
now.
Dolphins?
Right now.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Dolphins defense the Dolphins are probably the most bipolar team in the league this year in terms of looking really good, like really good. Like they have some really good games and they have some really bad games, and that's on both sides of the football. Their defense, all of a sudden, one game will look borderline elite, and then the next game they look like a bunch of free agents. And same thing with the offense. One game the offense looks elite, next game it looks like mediocre.
Come 50? On, yo.
But Shady,
I'm out of shape.
But let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. Aaron Rodgers is capable of doing today what he did today in the playoffs. A measly 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like that's not asking for a lot.
That efficient though. He was 14 of 15 at halftime with like 166 yards.
This team.
Go ahead.
They're 8-6.
Yep.
Right? They're in one of the worst divisions in football right now. And we sit here let's not do that. It's what I learned about this thing on speaking on people and all this.
Yep.
You can be honest and be okay. Is Aaron Rodgers a great player? Absolutely. Is he still super, super great today? No, he's not. And that's okay. We talking about if Aaron Rodgers can win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Wait, what the
off of a win over the Dolphins, man. No.
I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than Prize Picks. Football season is here, and basketball season is right.
Oh, but like a ring on a finger?
But here is a fair conversation to have.
Oh my God.
I do believe it's his easiest path. That is objective. That's objective. We can and breathe heavy all we want. But what we can say is
running 2K after reactions. Probably not. Typically nobody be on this early. I can entertain it. We'll see, but I typically don't nobody be on this early.
Drake May, Bo Nix, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, CJ Stroud, Phillip Rivers or Anthony Richardson, and Josh Allen is an easier path than Tom Brady.
Right. And you don't think them young boys is like, woo, woo. Damn, we got to see this Aaron Rodgers for the Steelers. Thank God we're going to see Aaron Rodgers for the Green Bay Packers. They not saying that? They not saying that? They back home and eating dinner for Thanksgiving like, whoa, thank God we got Aaron Rodgers for the Steelers. Because the Aaron Rodgers for Green Bay was unstoppable.
Sure.
They not saying, okay.
Sure. But you also have to say this. Aaron Rodgers is probably saying, thank God I have Bo Nix. Because that's much better than having you beat Aaron Rodgers. So thank God I have Bo Nix and Tom Brady. Thank God.
I mean, from a perspective, if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm saying that I'm glad Lamar probably is not making the playoffs. I'm glad Joe Burrow's not in the playoffs. I'm glad Pat Mahomes is not in the playoffs. Josh Allen looks vulnerable. And the Bills look vulnerable. Like, all right, I got a shot. Like from a competitor standpoint, Aaron Rodgers believes he has a shot. The Steelers believe that they have a shot. Now, again, I think the issue with them is coordinating, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. And I think they have talent. Hopefully TJ Watt is available. But we'll see. We'll see.
I have Drake May. Aaron Rodgers also has to be saying, oh, thank God I don't have Matthew Stafford.
You know what? So this is why I hate, and I guess I did it for my quarterback, so I had to like play this game and do it for everybody else.
Yep.
I hate making wins a quarterback type of stat.
Break it down.
Because Aaron Rodgers is not playing against Bo Nix.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers is not playing against these other quarterbacks. He's not playing against CJ Stroud. But you know the hell he's playing against? The Texans defense.
Yeah.
And the Texans defense can probably beat the Steelers without no offense.
Sure.
They can run the ball every time.
And another thing, he's going to be, if you watch Aaron Rodgers now, because these last 2 games, he looked really, really good. But I noticed when he gets hit, because he's 40.
Yeah.
If I was 40 and I was old, I would feel the same. If you get hit, you put that in your head, I won't get hit again.
Yeah.
Right.
Imagine Steelers Rams. That'd be cool. Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford. I think that gets some views. Like in terms of, I think they get real good viewership, in my opinion. Aaron Rodgers is glad that he's not playing against the 49ers. Yeah, I think in general, again, I think from a competitor standpoint, I think he believes he has a shot. Now, I think if they just like Shady said, if they get matched up with the Texans beating them, I think in the playoffs the Texans are going to win the games they're supposed to win. But the teams that I see being the teams that I see that would beat the Texans in the playoffs is either the Patriots or the Broncos. But the Texans can beat them as well. So those go a little bit more 50-50 to me. But everybody else in the AFC, I see the Texans beating.
Tom Brady's as great as he is. I watch when he get hit compared to when he don't get hit. He's a different quarterback.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is it's not quarterback versus quarterback.
Sure, I agree with that.
When Aaron Rodgers steps up there and he plays against that Texans defense, or who else is against on defense for the AC?
Charles.
It's not quarterback versus quarterback, but it's knowing that if Pat Mahomes has the ball last, we probably not going to win this game. Or if Joe Burrow got the ball last, we probably not going to win this game. But I know if CJ Stroud or Justin Herbert got the ball last, I got a better shot, Got a better shot.
That's nice, too.
No.
Broncos?
The Broncos. Oh!
But here's what it is.
What is it?
It's not quarterback versus quarterback, but it's, okay, how much pressure is Bo Nix going to put on me to score? That is what it is. So it's not Aaron Rodgers and going up against Bo Nix. But what Aaron Rodgers is saying is if the Broncos jump out to an early 21 skunk lead, it's game. But I trust Mike Tomlin to be able to control Bo Nix. If they're going to lose 21-14, lose 21-7. I trust Mike Tomlin to be able to control Bo Nix or control Trevor Lawrence or control Justin Herbert. Yeah. Just keep it in shooting distance.
Well, you control them so much. So when they get to the playoffs, I want you to have a controlled bet. And we going to bet, I don't care who they play. I'm going to guarantee you, whatever that point spread is, I'm taking it.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, Acho. I don't trust Mike Tomlin at this point whenever it comes to the playoffs to do anything.
Not defensively?
I'm sorry. I like Mike Tomlin.
Not defensively.
I like Mike Tomlin. Hold up now.
I like Mike Tomlin, too. Come playoff time, they're a no-show. Also, 16 days ago, we watched this Steelers team play against the Bills. They got smacked at home, ran off the field. Fans stayed afterwards just to chant fire Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Like, they have no shot at the Super Bowl. I would love it if Aaron Rodgers did just turn back that clock and go on a spectacular run. Is it going to happen, though? No, this is not movies. This is not a fairy tale.
It's not Disney World.
Yeah, it's not Disney World.
I don't think y'all are giving enough credit. Shady should be more than anyone.
Got Eagles, Rams, NFC chip, Pats, and Bills, AFC chip, Rams, Pats, Super Bowl. Interesting. I don't know if I trust the Bills to make it to the chip, but we'll see.
But to how the lights get so bright that come playoff time, you've seen it from Justin Herbert. Come playoff time, the most talented of quarterbacks in their first appearance, they freak out. Justin Herbert threw 4 picks last year to the Texans.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert's not a 4-pick quarterback, but in the playoffs, freaks out. Justin Herbert versus the Chargers, his second year in the league, if I'm not mistaken, had a 28-0 lead or something like that. But after second half,
Bro, that make me feel so good. Herbert threw 4 picks last year. Now, I ain't gonna lie, they kind of came back a little bit. But Herbert threw 4 picks, and the defense is even better now than it was last year. So, again, you know, being a Texans fan, I feel pretty good about majority of the matchups in the AFC playoffs. We're going to see the
and adjustments, Doug Peterson and the Jags got crazy with Trevor Lawrence. So I don't think y'all are giving enough credit to the fact that Aaron Rodgers is going to get to the playoffs, assuming they do get there, and he's not going to flinch.
Yeah.
Herbert, boom, 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 boom. Drake May, boom, 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 boom. Bo Nix, boom, 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 boom. Rodgers is just.
But this the thing though and he's not gonna play super like bright in the big lights nowadays at this age, is he? Like, yo, it's like in boxing, yo. Like a guy can be a great fighter, right? Did all these great things, and can still have that big name, but eventually your age catches up to you, and you're not the same guy just because your name is the same. And another thing about the Steelers is they are 8-6 for a reason. One of the worst divisions in football.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, Acho, I'm not even talking about the other quarterbacks. They're irrelevant right now. Drake May, I'm not talking about him. I'm not talking about Bo Nix. I'm not talking about CJ.
The Rams past Super Bowl is crazy. I think Rams will win that, but I think they can beat the Broncos because of lack of experience. I don't know. It's just how the Texans did the Bills. The Broncos defense is pretty close in terms of how good they are to the Texans, and they got more sacks on the season overall than the Texans. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The Broncos could take this Texans game plan and probably do the same thing to the Bills, honestly.
Stroud. But what I am talking about is that defense that they have over there.
Bills, Jags, AFC champ.
Let's say I don't want you even to try to even beat Aaron Rodgers by stats. We're gonna let the defense show up first.
Yeah.
And then you follow the move.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna see.
Yeah,
y'all gonna see.
Yeah, I mean, I won't be surprised. Like I won't be surprised if what y'all are saying happens. I'm just saying, as a fan, even to some degree, an analyst, this is a more favorable path for Aaron Rodgers.
But what's more likely though? Is it more likely that the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers go to the AFC? I'm not gonna talk about the Super Bowl because that's like, oof.
No, I'm not a Knicks believer either. I'm not really a Texans offense believer. As much as I'm a Texans fan, but like I don't believe in our offense. But the defense can carry, and I think Broncos defense has carried them. You know, in terms, to an extent this year, and the Texans defense have definitely carried them this year. And I just think if Texans can get 8 sacks on what's the bro name? Josh Allen, I think the Broncos could do the same. And the Broncos like to throw to the tight end. Not the Broncos, excuse me. The Bills like to throw to the tight end. The Broncos do a good job of taking away the tight end. You're not really finna beat them deep with nothing else, you know? Like, you're not beating them deep with Khalil Shakir. You're not beating them deep with Keon Coleman. You can probably put Riley Moss on Keon Coleman. You can probably put Surtain on Khalil Shakir. Like, what are the Bills going to beat the Broncos with? So, or you could even swap them, and I still will feel somewhat comfortable. You know, I don't really see them. I don't see them doing nothing. They gonna do it. They gonna have a game plan to take away Dalton Kincaid or Dawson Knox, and then they gonna man up on receivers. If Allen turns to Superman, it's possible. But it's like this. He tried to be Superman versus the Texans, and you can only do so much when the pass rush is that good. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't really do much. And the Broncos statistically have a better pass rush than the Texans. So we got to blame play calling for who? The Bills. Worst matchup for the Texans in the AFC is Denver, but I think it's even across the board. I ain't really worried too much about Denver. Like I think they beatable. We only lost to them by what 3-4 points without CJ Stroud. So we get CJ back, I think we'll be straight. It's but we'll see. I do think that I do agree that they might be our most comp matchup. Might be. It's gonna be between them and the Patriots. I don't really see anybody else really giving them fits for real. And I mean, I don't know. I don't really see it. Texas play calling, but Days Gone PS5 version is on sale. I remember this game, but I don't. I'd have to look at the trailer. Keon frying Riley Moss respectfully. Keon ain't really been frying nobody this year, so I can't really say that. Not gonna lie. Riley cool. He ain't been playing great this year, but I don't he haven't been playing bad either. PI Merchant, interesting. W Streak.
The AFC Championship game. Is it more likely that happens or doesn't?
Doesn't.
Is it more likely that the Steelers can win a playoff game this year, or they can't?
That's interesting. That one's that one's because think about it, Tupac.
Okay, let's hear about
it. If you're the 4 seed, they're probably going to get either the Colts or the Jags, both winnable games, or the Chargers. That's a winnable game because the Broncos will win that division.
Okay.
Now, if they have to get the Bills, because if the Bills don't win and the Bills end up as a 5, you're out of luck. But like you can beat
what if they get the
Talk to me.
The Texans, because the Texans are
if the Texans could be the 5 if they end up as a
yeah. I don't want to see 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers go up against the Texans defense, man. That's gonna hurt.
No, I want to see it now.
Let me ask
You want to see it
now? He convinced me.
Also, Acho.
Yes, sir.
The last time we saw Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, did he not lose a home playoff game to a Brock Purdy in his first playoff?
Absolutely.
You're not selling me. I'm not sold.
Was that the last time we saw him?
I believe that was the last time we saw him in the playoffs.
And you wearing something that's even funnier than that?
Whatever.
Yo.
Hey, believe it or not, there are cornerbacks playing worse than Riley Moss this year. I looked at the numbers. Riley Moss is the most targeted cornerback in the NFL this year, and he hasn't given up the most yards. He's not leading the league in allowed yards or allowed touchdowns or allowed completion percentage. He's not playing at a great or elite level, but he's playing decent this year. Ringo is the worst on the Eagles. QJ beat Surtain a couple of times, but Herbert didn't throw the ball. Interesting.
Wait, Brock Purdy? No, that's not it.
Did they lose to
22?
No, that's Jimmy Garoppolo.
No. That was the
said
year that
Garoppolo.
Purdy and them went to the Super Bowl in Vegas against the Chiefs.
I gotta look that up.
I gotta look that up.
I don't know.
It might have been not.
Was it not?
Jimmy G.
Come on, factual bear. Get your facts right, factual bear.
Jimmy G.
Oh, that's what I say.
Let's substitute
no,
Jimmy G in the playoff game against Aaron Rodgers.
That's why I'm trying to say it's not about the quarterbacks. He keeps saying the quarterback.
Yeah.
Jimmy G threw for 80 yards that game.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
What uniform
Ran
y'all
for like
wearing?
200 some yards.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Defense had him in the box.
got busy on him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't want to. It's like quarterback versus quarterback. It's like
Yeah, I mean, I can respect that. I do respect the quarterback versus quarterback thing, but again, there's other situations where it's not just the quarterback, but where there are other factors. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This is interesting. Shannon Sharp humbles Cam Moore for thinking his input needed as a rookie. Check this out next. Acho, probably my favorite to watch. Surprised they cut ties with the facility. I like their show. Even though Acho be yapping, I do like their show. Cause it feel like, just boys talking, boys talking football, like the arena feels a bit more like corporate, but I like the arena as well. What's funny, the arena basketball feels more like speakeasy because they all, but the arena football feels more like a talk show, like an ESPN. But the arena basketball is it's a lot more lax. But I think they'll get there. Like all them personalities, they're gonna get chemistry. Maybe a year, 2 years from now, they're gonna be. I think it's gonna be a much better show. And it's not to say it's bad. I want to hear this.
Hello, it's your favorite sports thunk here.
What's this, Nick? Worst matchup is probably Denver. I think it's even across the board. Why am I just not seeing that? No, you said that already. Did I read that? Did I read that twice? I think I did read that twice. Oh, y'all wore these before, huh? Or am I tripping? Black jersey on purple. Y'all giving Pats belt. If y'all beat the Pats, that's gonna be extremely interesting. That just makes me feel like they're even more vulnerable than I thought. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't think the Ravens are gonna win, but if they do, that's gonna look good to me as a Texas fan. I want to see that because that's gonna give us a game plan of how to attack them when the time comes. After seeing the Pats choke a 21-point lead, I feel confident. We'll see. We definitely gonna see. Like divisional games, I take with a grain of salt. You know, like I'm gonna only take away half of that game because it's a divisional game. I'm not gonna feel as confident about it, but we're gonna see. Definitely gonna see. This Ravens matchup should be a good one. This year, can't wait to see him. You read it from here? I posted it here because I didn't know if you saw the YouTube. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I just now saw the YouTube. Okay. That was my fault. Though. I'd be forgetting to read YouTube chat sometimes. Ravens have the names and Pat's hurt. What you mean Pat's hurt? Here's the problem. Ravens 0-2 in primetime games at home this year. And this game is our last home game this year. Interesting. Love being an underdog. Lamore threw for 4 touchdowns versus the Pats last matchup. Now this is a different Pats team this year, so. But again, we're gonna see. All right, we got Unc. Shannon Sharp humbles Cam Ward for thinking input is needed as a rookie. I don't know anything about this, so I'm walking into this blind. Let's see.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fast subscribe, or you're gonna make Ocho cry.
Who I got tonight? Rams or Seahawks? With Adams probably out. I'm going with the Rams. They play fine with one receiver. We've seen that before, but yeah, I think they'll be okay. Obviously, Devontae would help them, but we'll see. We'll see. Rams for the sweep. Is it now? Again, I'm not saying like just because I picked them doesn't mean that I'm picking the I'm picking the Seahawks to get blown out. Seahawks can beat them, but I'm leaning towards the Rams.
Cam Ward says he wants to have a role in the process of finding the next head coach. Ward said
he growing out the beard. Okay, I see him.
That he's spoken to president of football operations Chad Brinker and general manager Mike Borganza about wanting to be involved from the first steps of the process to finding Brian Callahan's permanent replacement. Ward says he wants to help find someone who can build successful foundation for the franchise. I want to meet with all of them. Every coach who's going to get an opportunity to come here, I want to meet them, have a conversation throughout the whole process with them because that's someone that I'm going to be here with for that time. So we got to just continue to being around, being open, and no matter what, whoever we try to hire, because I know at the end of the day, we do hire going to be the right fit for us, whether it's a defensive person or an offensive person. They're going to make sure every person is in the right place, make sure every person is set up for success.
It's too
yeah,
soon.
Man.
Hey, Joe, no disrespect. I love Cam Ward. I love him.
I'm gonna respect their opinion on this because again, they are former NFL players. Do I genuinely see a problem with that? I don't. Like if he wants to be in those rooms and ask coach questions and things of that nature, during the interview processes. I mean, I don't really see too much wrong with that. Like if y'all are all in on him being y'all franchise quarterback and he's the guy of the future, and he wants to let y'all know like, oh, I like this coach, or I don't like that coach, or I do. You know what I mean? Like, because that's one thing you want. You want them to be on the same page, or know that there's a mutual respect there. And rather than you hire somebody who don't really, it's not my quarterback, type situation, like Brian Flores with Tua, or various other situations in the NFL. So I mean, again, I'm gonna hear them out, and I respect their opinion, but at the same time, like, I don't think it's terrible.
But you haven't proven yourself to that point.
Titans should heavily pursue George Pickens.
Integrated in
Cowboys are going to franchise George Pickens.
The mix when it comes to the coaching decisions. Or
He can't have a little say so.
Absolutely not.
I mean, but that's the most important position on the floor. He ain't got no cash. He ain't got enough skin in the game. Those kind of decisions. Those are 40 for a Peyton Manning. Those are 40 for a Tom Brady. Those are 40 for a Patrick Mahomes, a John Elway, or Dan Marino. That's who those are. No.
You got to be proven, Joe. I mean, I know you're the number one pick in the draft, but you got to be proven. And if you haven't proved yourself, you got to be well on your way to being one of the best at your position, to be able to have that kind of cachet, to be, okay, I want to be in the conversations. I want to be in the meeting rooms and having some type of voice when it comes to who we have as our next head coach, because that's someone that I'm going to have to deal with the most.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I
absolutely not.
I'm trying to think. Hold on, Ocho. Let me think. I'm trying to go back where I can. Now, off the top of my head, a rookie, I can't recall. Hell, Ben Roethlisberger had won a Super Bowl. The Roonies didn't ask him about hiring Mike Tomlin. He didn't meet with nobody.
No.
Like I said, that's a Peyton Manning.
Why did I think that Big Ben won a Super Bowl with Mike Tomlin? Didn't he? Am I tripping? Steelers Super Bowls 2006, 2009. Steelers. Bill Cowher? Interesting. They went 8-8 and won a Super Bowl. What the heck? (2009) Steelers 9-7. What the heck? Wow. Or is these years like off by one? So Bill Cowher was the coach. 2008 Steelers said they were handed a Super Bowl. There's no way you could get handed a Super Bowl. That's crazy. Interesting. Titans need to sign Javon Baker. Bro, there's so many talented receivers out there, bro. Oh my gosh.
In his prime, that's a Tom Brady. Very few. Now maybe in basketball, because that's totally different. But in football terms, nah.
The reason why I'm saying it is, if that's one of the most important positions on the field, him and the coach need to have some type of cohesion to where they're both on the same page. You know what I mean? Like, you want your quarterback to be comfortable, and I just feel like I kind of understand what Cam is saying, but I understand what you guys are saying as well. Like, he may not be the first or second person to know, but to have some insight on who we gonna get.
He said he want to meet with him, Joe.
I don't see nothing. And again, I get that you need to be vetted. You know what I mean? Like, you need to have some experience. You need to be proven. I get that aspect, but him being in the rooms and like he don't have to decide that this guy's gonna be the head coach. Like, him just being a part of the process, I don't see why that's a bad thing. Him asking these coaches questions, just picking their brain and see what's going on in their head, and I think having the person who is going to hire, whether it be the GM or whoever is in charge of hiring the head coach in the same room, I think that'll benefit their relationship as well. I don't see it as a terrible thing personally. Next year, Cam Ward will be a top 10 quarterback. I think that's too early to say, especially coming off of a season like this here. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I think Drake May did it. I mean, he had a very somewhat mid-season last year. He top 10 quarterback right now. He won in 2009. Tomlin did win the Super Bowl in 2008. No. That's correct. I thought he won both of his Super Bowls with Tomlin. He said Cam Ward gonna be top 10 next year. The reason why I don't think that's gonna happen. But the reason why I'll entertain that comment a little bit is because Drake May is currently a top 10 quarterback right now. But they drafted him number 1 for a reason. Yeah. We'll see.
He want to meet. He want to have actual input.
That ain't happening. I like where his head is at though. I like the energy. I like that part.
I don't.
I think it's far fetched. I'm not. I think that's very far fetched to say he's gonna be top 10 next year. Yeah.
Said in football, I don't know. They don't
Give him
normally
weapons.
afford.
We'll see.
Players that kind of cachet. They don't. I'm trying to think. They didn't afford that to Brett. They didn't afford that to Aaron. They didn't afford that to. Well, Brady only had one coach, and that was Coach Belichick.
Yeah.
Peyton, it was already just like, because Jim Caldwell was already the OC, and Tony Dungy left early because he wanted to make sure that he left the cupboards full. So Jim Caldwell just stepped right in. Peyton had worked with him, and so I'm sure Peyton was fine with that. And I think who's the general manager at the time? I can't think of his name, but I'm sure because he drafted Peyton, and Peyton Peyton got there in '98. Coach left in like 2000, and they won the Super Bowl in 2006. I think he left in 7. And so Jim Caldwell took over in 8 or 9. So yeah, but
Interested to see how the Cardinals deal with Kyler this offseason. Kyler and Tua are both two interesting situations right now. And you know what's crazy? I think both of them are quarterbacks that are under 6 foot. I think Tua might be 6 foot, and Bryce Young, all interesting situations at the moment. I don't think Bryce is going nowhere. I think obviously they're gonna play out his rookie contract, but it's all interesting situations for the shorter quarterbacks.
that's asking an awful lot for a first or second year player.
Yeah, it is. And listen, hey, Joe and Unc, this is with good intentions as well. This is with great intentions. I'm sure, based on why he wants to do it.
And then you have to have the owners there, Ocho. You got to be great with the owner. You got to look at the relationship that Peyton Manning and Jim Irsay had. That's a whole different ball game. The relationship that John Elway and Mr. Bolin had.
Right.
They had a business together. So you got to, that ain't just like general manager is one thing. You got to have the ear of the owner. And there are very few players that have that type of relationship with an owner.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So, boy, that's asking an awful lot for a first. Like I said, a first.
A lot.
Yes.
A lot.
But we'll see. Maybe they'll give him that, Ocho. Puka Nacua, maybe soon.
Okay, let me know.
Hearing from the league office, Puka.
Let me know your thoughts on that, man. Again, I don't think it's a terrible thing. I think if they bring Cam in there just to see how the process goes, and they allow Cam to to ask questions, but they let him know it's clear that we're going to make this decision. We're going to take some of your input because you are our future. But that decision will be our decision. And I don't think that's a bad idea personally. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I didn't care who's even top 10 right now. Realistically, I don't see Cam Ward being the top 10 quarterback next year because to even be perceived as that, you're going to need the right coach. You're going to need the right OC. And he's not even playing like, he ain't even playing all that this year. You know, if we compare Drake May, let me see, last year to Cam this year. And it's not like Drake May had crazy receivers last year. Cam Ward stats: 2,600, 11 touchdowns, 7 picks. As a rookie, 2,200, 15, 10. Oh, wow. You're not too far off. Cam actually playing better than Drake did his rookie year. Wow. I see why I wasn't that big on Drake last year. Drake was mid last year. What the heck? Dude was defending him yesterday. What? This ain't nothing special at all. But yeah, you're gonna need the right coach. You're gonna need the right OC, and you're gonna need the right weapons. Now, do I think the weapons that they have potential? Yeah, I think they got some potential, but it's a lot of factors that play into a player having a really good season. 70% completion. It's a nice little turnaround here, man. You do any of your bowl game picks already? Nah. I'm not doing any college predictions at all. Brissett had his spot. Drake wasn't a starter. Drake didn't start last year. What week did Drake take over? Let me see. Week 7. Okay, so yeah, that made Cam look even worse. Okay, so he didn't play week 1, week 2. Played for a little bit. Week 3. So for the first 5 weeks, he didn't play. So he started week 6. Okay. Yeah. I can't. It's hard for me to really see all of that playing out correctly for Cam Ward to be a top 10 QB next year, but he can definitely improve his stock next year. We're gonna see. He had a concussion. Gotcha. Oh, let's see what nightcap. Let's see what else they got. The topics they got. Bro dropping hints at leaving. Time to move on from Tua. How much money to come back? I don't see Bud coming back. I can see him doing some exhibitions though. Now I can see him come back maybe once. Like let's say it's a rematch for Canelo. They're gonna make crazy money, but I don't think Canelo gonna take that fight again. Canelo couldn't figure him out, and he don't want another loss on his record. Most dangerous team in the league. Give me a second, I gotta take a leak, y'all. Seen Puka called the Chargers their little bros. Why he? Oh. I'm about to say why he do it, but I know how he did that. Nah, I didn't see that. Oh, they're gonna rematch. Thought they was too, but I don't. I seen Crawford say he was down for it, but I never heard Canelo say he was down for it. I'll be right back. One sec. Uh, do you think Wilder can ever shake back? I mean, it's boxing, and all it takes is a one punch, one puncher's chance, you know. So I mean, it's possible. He can get back into a groove, but I mean, he up there in age, bro. Wilder he's probably only fighting Anthony Joshua and Usyk, and then he gonna retire. He's 40 years old. How old is Bud? Bud 38. Yeah. Wilder, he probably Usyk, Anthony Joshua. He may rematch one of them depending on how the fights go, and then that's it. I don't think he can. His last fight, he got washed. How you doing? Let me see what PFF be talking about, because I seen PFF be having some good topics on they retiring in your prime is something else. I think Canelo will what? Who are you referring to retiring in their prime? Canelo will fight Wilder. They're in two different weight classes. That's that wouldn't happen. Rams, Seahawks, Falcons pull up upset, Saints comeback victory. I want to talk about the Saints. Gonna be bad. Might revisit some of these. But I mean, Bud had a long prime though. You know, it's not like he just peaked. Like he's at a very long prime. So.
Moving forward, we got to keep it NFC.
Mahomes tears ACL. I already talked about this. Talked about the Steelers. Oh, you know, did I even play the I don't think I ended it without even playing this video. Wow. Did I? Yeah, that's crazy. I ended that video without even playing this. Oh well. Oh well. The Jags are sneaky contenders. Let's hear this out.
More. Trevor Lawrence put on.
All right, we got the Jags are sneaky contenders with the arena.
Let's move on to one other topic before we get out of here, because we got to hit this one, because I feel like we're all sleeping on the Jags. Why do we not talk about the Jags more? Trevor Lawrence put on a show. He had 6 touchdowns versus obviously the Jets, but 6 touchdowns is crazy. The Jags are now 10.
And you didn't start him, right?
45 points. I'm out of the playoffs. I'm out. I'm done. I lost.
Who you started over him?
Joe Burrow. Got me 7 points.
God,
7 points.
That's bad GM.
Really
But would you have ever? You would have played Trevor Lawrence?
If I had to play Trevor Lawrence versus, now I don't know because I haven't been looking at the trends, but Trevor Lawrence versus the Jets sound like a better matchup than Joe Burrow versus the Ravens. I'd have to look at the trends though in the past performances.
After that interview.
If Jags had Hunter, Steele, and Thomas Jr. didn't fall off a cliff, I would take them more serious. I mean, it's not like they were using Travis well. So it's like I don't know how serious I can take them because they weren't really using him well. You know, it's like it didn't seem like they had a plan for him. You know, they used him sparingly, but it was just like it was kind of like it didn't. I didn't see the strategic in it. You know, the strategy in it. You know, but I don't know. I trust T-Law. Imagine the offense with Travis, Jacoby, BTJ, and Trav. They were starting to. I'd have used them. I mean, he had one game where they really. Let me see. Let me pull it up. He had one game where they used him offensively, and they were getting blown. Like that 100-yard game he had, they got blown out. So it's like it's not like they were actually using him in the heat of the game. Like he got his last 50 yards. They were already blown out. It was like they had like 30 points on him or something like that. Yeah, he had 100 yards versus the Rams, but they already getting blown out. Prior to that, most he had was 64 versus the Chiefs, and he only had 3 targets in that game. He should have been getting way more targets. He had 14 targets in this game, but again, they were already blown out, 35-7. When he scored that touchdown, I think they already had 30 points on them. 30. I think it was already 35 on them. I could be wrong, but they definitely getting blown out. But Myers changed the game. Myers definitely helped, but it's gonna be interesting as to what they do. I think they might end up trading Brian Thomas Jr., bro, because you still got Parker Washington. Now, I don't know what his contract situation look like, if he's under contract or not. I need to look into that. Actually, let's look into it right now. Let's see. Still got Parker Washington, who I think is a good receiver. You still got De'Ami Brown, who I think is a good receiver. Parker Washington is a free agent next year, so they still got him under contract for another year. De'Ami Brown. Still got him under contract. What the heck? Why is his contract voided, though, here? Y'all let me know in the comment section if y'all know anything about this. Contract is voided for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years. Interesting. Is this because he got traded? I don't know. But, so, I mean, you still got him for 4 years. So, I mean, hey. Yeah, I don't know. The receiver room seemed crowded. It seems very crowded. So, it's like, I mean, before Travis was out, Parker Washington was getting the bulk of the targets. And now Jacoby's getting more targets. And I think BTJ's went up a little bit. I don't know, but it just, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't really know what to predict with that offense.
All right, don't play me.
You watched the
Jaden
interview
Daniels,
and
25
said,
already.
start him.
I really thought Joe Burrow, you just can't bet against him. He's a dog. Trevor Lawrence, I never said that's a dog. I picked him up one year because I needed a quarterback, and then he's on my
you know what
bench.
Trevor Lawrence got? One state championship, one national championship. See, I'm riding with them kind of guys. Them the kind of quarterbacks who I want right there. You know what I'm saying? Completion percentage and all. I don't give a fuck about that.
So you're riding with
Did you win the high school chip? Did you win the college chip?
Yeah.
I like them kind of
Wait,
quarterbacks.
did Bo Nix win the high school and the college chip? Or, no. Wait, he
Skip.
didn't win any chips.
I ain't win shit.
But he's got wins.
Might get one this year. He won a lot of games, though.
Oh, all right. I want to see what Trevor's teammate has to say about him because Etienne was talking about, like, dang, my quarterback.
Back in 22, Trevor got hot in the second half of the year. Does this kind of feel similar to that in a little bit? I mean, obviously, I know different plays, different games and stuff, but just him starting to get on a roll at the most important times, it feels similar?
Nah, not at all. I don't think I ever seen Trev like this. You know, and I feel like we won a national championship together, and I feel like he's just out there. He's on fire, man. Like, you seen it. He rolled out again, and he just kind of stopped and just, shit, Parker's down there somewhere, you know. And
I didn't know they played together in college.
He launched it, and Parker made a great catch. So, man, I'm just grateful that I'm on his team. And the growth that I've seen through him, from him, man, it's just unbelievable. And it forces everybody else to step up their game as well.
So, Lieb, are we kind of overlooking Jags as an AFC threat, or are you still just like, no?
I think they definitely flying under the radar. They're a damn good football team, and it seemed like we used to talk about him every day. Then Travis
When
got hurt, and
yeah.
we just stopped talking about him, you know what I'm saying? So they had their hype
Which
man.
was weeks ago.
Yeah. They had their hype man as Travis that kept him in the spotlight. He went down and they went to the same old Jags, you know what I'm saying? They just kind of went off the radar. But they winning games, man, and good as Trevor playing, I think it's the takeaways, it's the turnover differential that's doing numbers for him, you know what I'm saying? They got 26 takeaways. They not a top 10 passing team.
26 is
What I think the Commanders do with their first rounder this year, maybe something on the defense. There's an assumption. I don't know. Either defense or O-line. I think they need DBs, if I'm not mistaken. I think they could probably upgrade a DB.
Second in the league to the Bears.
Exactly. They got 26 takeaways, and they're not a top 10 passing team. They're not a top 10 rushing offense.
No.
But they're a top 10 scoring offense. You know what I'm saying? That's straight because of the takeaways. You know what I'm saying? They take the ball away, get extra possessions, great field position. And they also number one in run defense.
Stopping the run.
Very, very quietly. You know what I'm saying? Number one stopping that run. So those two stats alone, those translate to wins, man. So, hey, they're a damn good football team, and I think they are flying under the radar. I don't think they mind flying under the radar neither. Teams like to fly under the radar and just stack wins. And have a nice positive extra possessions, great field position. They got 26 takeaways. And they're not a top 10 passing team.
Not a top 10 passing team.
They're not a top 10 rushing offense.
Not a top 10 rushing offense.
No.
But they're a top 10 scoring offense. You know what I'm saying? That's
So if a team that they play doesn't turn the ball over, they're probably gonna lose that game. Probably. I'm just throwing something out there. I'm just trying to math it.
straight because of the takeaways. You know what I'm saying? They take the ball away, get extra possessions, great field position. And they also number one in run defense.
Stopping the run.
Very, very quietly. You know what I'm saying? Number one stopping that run. So
Now their run defense is good. But as well, I looked at these stats sometimes, throughout the years. Because I remember last year the Ravens had like a top 3 or top 5 run defense, but their pass defense was the absolute worst in the league. So teams are not running against you because they're able to throw the ball against you so well. So I don't know how well their passing defense is. Last time I checked, I don't think it was that great. But I'm gonna give their run defense credit, but as well, it's to be taken with a grain of salt.
So those two stats alone, those translate to wins, man.
People on a 1 year.
Hey, they a damn good football team.
Ayuk and the Commanders have mutual interest. Wow, that'd be crazy. I mean, that's possible. If depending on how the situation with Ayuk play out, if they can void out more of his money.
Team, and I think they are flying under the radar. I don't think they mind flying under the radar neither. Teams like to fly under the radar and just stack wins.
Yep.
And have a nice positive building. But hey, Skip, they got their fucking hands full this week. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you that right now. We got a top 3 coach in the NFL. We don't let nobody fly under the radar, man. He prepared for everybody.
That is true.
We will be prepared
On
for
this
the
one,
Jags.
I agree with you. I ain't
We'll
betting
be
nothing
prepared
on
for the
no
Jags.
Jacksonville this
You
week.
got Broncos this week?
Oh.
And we'll see how good Trevor is.
Yep, I agree.
This weekend.
That is true.
Where's it at?
Where you think it's at?
Denver.
They play every game at Denver. Did you
Play
know?
everything at Denver. All the playoff games, everything.
Man, Lee will be here on Monday with a Denver jersey on.
Who I'm thinking about wearing? Maybe I might wear Garrett Bowles. I might show the O-line.
How about Riley Moss?
I already wore Riley.
you
I
did
wore
wear a
Riley.
Moss jersey.
I might re-rock. I might come Bow. I feel like he gonna have another 4 touchdown.
He might.
I like the Jags. I think the 2 moves.
Okay, so if I look at giveaways per game, the Texans are 3rd least in giveaways per game. So going into the playoffs again, the Jags don't have a top 10 rushing offense. They don't have a top 10 rushing defense. But they're top in scoring. So again, like he credited, he said the defense gets takeaways and puts them in good field position. So if they go into the playoffs and they play a good defense, and the opposing offense doesn't turn the ball over, that's a recipe for them to lose. Texans have minimal turnovers. They have an elite defense. So Any more AFC teams up here? Pittsburgh, New England, and Denver. Pittsburgh, New England, and Denver. So these teams don't turn the ball over too much. So we'll see. We'll see. I think all four of those would be tough matchups for them. I mean, obviously New England and Denver will be tough matchups for them. I think Pittsburgh for sure. I mean, I don't think Pittsburgh is a cakewalk. I think they got a lot of talent. It's just I think like I said earlier, the coordinators are not super great. But yeah, so that'd be the recipe to beat the Jags. Just don't turn the ball over. Play good defense. Now, the Steelers' defense isn't as good as New England or Denver or Houston, so they got a shot to beat Pittsburgh. But Denver and Houston, I don't know if I see them beating them in the playoffs. And New England, I don't see them beating New England either. But it's a conversation.
They made during the season was.
Who's a top 3 coach? What do you mean? Who's the top 3 coach? I got Texans, Jags, and a wild card.
Get Jacoby Myers, which is huge, another weapon, and then of course Newsom the corner, which they need another corner. They have a couple good corners. They got good pass rush. They got the first round pick Trayvon Walker. They got Josh Hines Allen rushing the passer. Not great sack production, but they do disrupt. Hamilton in the middle is a very good run player, and Eric Armstead's a big physical guy who creates havoc up the middle. So this team is dangerous, right? They can run the ball okay. They got ETN, but Trevor Lawrence is the key. He always has been. He's been the most roller coaster type quarterback I've ever seen in my lifetime. Really? Even at Clemson, he looks. Oh my God, this.
I don't know about what he did at Clemson. I know there's a bunch of hype at Clemson, but I'll say this: Trevor Lawrence has had the most dysfunctional situation that I've seen from a starting quarterback. Like new head coach every year, new OC every year. Losing organization, I think it's been very dysfunctional. So I'll always give him, some grace, because if you're in a trash offense, it don't matter how good you are. We're not going to see the best of you because the offense is so trash.
Best player I've ever seen. Who the hell is this guy?
Justin Fields had it worse. I do think Justin Fields was in a bad situation too, and I feel bad for him, but it's the NFL. It's a limited amount of good offensive coaches in the NFL. It's not a lot, so you got to just take what you can get. Him going to the Steelers, he had to take what he can get. Him going to the Jets, he had to take what he can get. So you're not gonna be set up in a great situation, a great position to prosper. They're gonna consistently try to use you as a scapegoat if they can.
I mean, it's only playoff game against the Chargers. He threw 4 picks in the first half, brings them back 27-0.
Hurts has a different OC every year. Now the Eagles are different because they may switch coaches, but their front office is elite. They have an elite front office, so they make up for they compensate pretty well for the loss of losing their OCs.
Wins the game. That's the story of Trevor's game. However, Liam Cohen has done a great job with this guy. He's calmed him down. He's calmed his feet down. He is playing with a world of confidence, and that means a lot for a quarterback. Yeah. The team is totally behind him. The team has confidence in him. The coaches have confidence in the quarterback, and that could pose a problem for a lot of teams.
I agree with you on that.
These guys are dangerous, man.
They
really are. Parker Washington's a tough kid out of the backfield. Their tight end is okay. He's a pretty good player. I mean, defensively, they're just going to frustrate you. I mean, they beat the Chiefs when the Chiefs were at the top of their game. I mean, this team is dangerous. Don't sleep on them, Keeve. I think I'm going to take the Jaguars in an upset this week.
Whoa.
Are you really? Okay, maybe to cover. Maybe to cover. What's the line? What's the line?
Whoa. What's the line?
Hey,
I got Seahawks. I'll take the points. I'll take the points. How's that?
I know. Hey, he riding with the underdogs this week.
ET said
even if Breeze did or didn't carry him, I'm not taking him over Sean McVay. I'm not taking him over Shanahan. I don't know if I take him over Vrabel. It's a little biased. I like D'Amico Ryans more. It's a little biased. But he top 10 for sure. I have to look at all the coaches. But for sure not one or he's for sure not one or two for sure. But I'd have to look at over Harbaugh. I think you can kind of pick your poison with that one. But probably not. Probably not. Not over Sirianni. Yeah. I don't know if I. It's a lot of good coaches out there. He's for sure not one or two though, for sure.
This ain't the same Trevor. I haven't seen this guy.
Yeah.
You know the difference?
3-point home favorite, Broncos.
Liam Cohen. Yeah. If we talk about the Jags, and we've been talking about Ben Johnson and all.
I agree.
Listen, at the end of Coach of the Year, Kyle Shanahan, with what he had to deal with to get that team to 10 wins.
Oh,
we
God.
keep crowning Ben Johnson and Liam Cohen. This team has 10 wins. They haven't had 10 wins since 2008. They've only had 10 wins 7 times in the history of their organization. And Liam Cohen did that in his first year. Last year, what were they? 26 in score offense. They're 8th right now. 27th in scoring defense.
Is he better than Moore? I think you could argue that for sure. I think I'll take him over Raheem Moore. Oh, Matt LaFleur. That's interesting. When you get into some of these offensive minded coaches, I think you can pick your poison with that. You can definitely pick your poison. I think I'd have to look at some of the details. Dan Campbell is a good head coach, but he needs to start going for it on 4th down.
They 10th right now. The job that
Should I start Rams or Packers defense this week? Who are they playing?
Liam Cohen is doing with this
Rams playing Seahawks. Packers playing who the Packers playing?
Group is exceptional. He should be in the running for Coach of the Year, man. He got Trevor playing at a different level, and that's the difference. Sometimes it takes the coach, how you drawing it up, the position you putting them in, how you teaching them, what are they learning? So yeah, they have
Weren't we
threats.
mad at him earlier in the year because
might
he
go
wasn't
Rams.
playing Travis Hunter on defense?
I think
Yeah, but
you
that
guys
was
were a
about
little
Travis
pissed off.
Hunter.
I think the offense kind of flowed better without Travis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the Packers got a bunch of injuries. So the Bears, you already know they're finna try to run it, and then them running it is finna help establish some of the passing. But that's just my opinion. So I'll probably go Rams. The Rams picked off Sam 4 times last time. I don't think they're gonna pick him off 4 times again this time, but I would safely assume maybe like one or 2 picks. Safely assume. Maybe some sacks.
I feel like he just kind of he just got to exhale and got to just do his thing instead of worried about getting this.
Kellen Moore is interesting right now. To be determined on that one. You not trust Sean play calling in the playoffs? Nah. We'll see.
One he just got the
Defense.
I think
Yeah, but
you
that
guys
was
were a
about
little
Travis
pissed off.
Hunter.
I think the offense kind of flowed better without Travis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like he just kind of he just got the exhale.
I do think it flows better without Travis because they don't let it flow with Travis. They try to be too strategic about how to use Travis, and it makes you think too much. It's too much thinking. You need to just let him go out there and play because you're overcomplicating it. Same thing with the defense. You're overcomplicating it. That's why I feel like it does flow better because they don't let it flow with him. If he get hurt, bro, he get hurt. It's football. Injuries happen. You can't prevent players from getting hurt.
And got to just do his thing instead of worried about getting this one certain guy involved, and it was just a lot.
I forgot all about Travis Hunter. I didn't even know who you were talking about. I forgot all about Travis Hunter.
Didn't Xavier McKinney get hurt?
And we were saying
they should have just let him.
We were just saying.
Devontae Wyatt not there.
Offensive guy. We were saying put him on defense. Then you ain't got to worry about this. So
So as much as I agree with you about Liam Cohen, he's been Ben Johnson to Caleb to Trevor Lawrence. I still look at Trevor Lawrence and the roller coaster keeps rolling. And he's 21st in QBR, career low completion percentage, career high in sacks. So
he is a career low in completion percentage this year. That's interesting. And a career high in sacks. He's 21st in QBR. And then again, coupled with the stats that Talib gave earlier, I don't take the Jags that serious, and that's not a bad thing. It's okay. Like they have played well this year. There's a possibility for them to overachieve in the playoffs, but again against Houston, against New England, and against Denver, I don't see them doing it. I don't see them doing it in the playoffs. They got a shot maybe against everybody else. Maybe against the Chargers. Let me see what the Chargers look like in terms of turnovers. Los Angeles Chargers turn the ball over. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. They got a shot against the Chargers. They got a decent shot against the Steelers. I don't know, man.
It's not like he's threatening to win MVP quietly.
Who have the Jags beat?
He's better. I'll give you overall better. But the defense has been carrying this team, and the takeaways carry this team, and that's what's scary to me. But I got to say it, we're talking all about Jacksonville. Houston's the team in this division.
Yes.
Talk about under the radar. They're leading the league in points allowed by a lot. They got
the fact that Houston is number one scoring defense and top 3 in turnovers in giveaways, excuse me, top 3 in the minimal giveaways is very interesting. Who have the Jags beat? They beat the Chiefs, but I mean, I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt. The Chiefs haven't been playing great this year, so they beat the Chargers. They stepped on the Chargers. So they for sure they got a shot against the Chargers. Let's see. That's it, really. That's it. Dang, that's it. Of good teams. Oh, they beat the Niners, but the Niners were injured. This is like the Niners still with yeah, I don't know. Do the Jags have a bunch of quality wins on their schedule this year? They don't really, if I'm being honest. They don't. But, you know, we'll see. Purdy played, it counts. Did Bosa play and Fred Warner play as well? Fred Warner played. And Michael Williams played. Okay, I give him this. I definitely give him this. But they got 2 good wins. I could low key give him the Chiefs. That was a good win. But the Chiefs have not been playing great this year. But I could give him that. They got 3 good wins on their schedule. Blowing out the Chargers is pretty good. Even though I don't trust the Chargers, if I'm being honest with you. Do not trust them, but it's all right. It's all right, win. Got Puka and JT on my team. Puka might get shut down tonight. Nah, Puka not getting shut down. They finna spam Puka. Count CMC played. If they beat the Broncos, I'll give them props. Did they play the Broncos this year? Oh, they played the Broncos this week. Okay, sure. No, if they beat the Broncos, for sure, I got to give them some props for sure.
Got the best defense by far to me, and CJ quietly is 10th in QBR. So, I'm not saying he's having a great year because he's not. But it's good enough, and he got Nico back in gear, and that Woody Marks is running the ball. They're going to win this division. That's what
didn't they? Jags beat them once, and the Texans beat them once, right? Yep. They split, and the Jags had like a 3-touchdown lead, and Houston came back late in the fourth quarter.
So. They did.
They had 3-touchdown lead on the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
Oh.
They had 2 return touchdowns. Let's not do that.
Okay, but Houston's got.
I'd say the best defense in the league.
Houston's got Vegas left, and then at Chargers and Indy, and I just think they're going to win those 3, and they're 9-5. They're right on their.
And they hook it to the Jets. He just signed with them.
So I don't know. I just like what the Texans. I like their backbone. I like their head coach. I just like their They just got a swagger to them on defense, but they are serious business on defense.
Oh no, lead. Remember, y'all need to lose one before the playoffs. This might be because they're not gonna lose to the Chiefs.
It's the Chargers. We put our feet up. You know what I'm saying? Lose it on purpose in the street.
So you don't want this one? You're gonna say Chargers?
Nah, we ain't playing. When them cold teams come in here, we should.
Denver undefeated at home, so if the Jags win, everyone will be talking about the Jags. Yeah, for sure. That'd be a good win for them. What's up, dude? So the Bears beat the Eagles and Steelers. They don't get props. Bears cool. They doing they doing their thing. I'm not sold on the Bears as a. Are you sold on the Bears as a Super Bowl team? I think they they playoff contenders. They could beat somebody in the playoffs, but Super Bowl I'm not really sold on that.
It's statement game. We show the world, and we ain't playing with no motherfucking Jags. Sean ain't he gonna beat the shit out of Liam.
But the Chargers aren't a cold team.
Chargers, we'll be done clinch the first seed. It ain't gonna matter if we lost or not. So we'll use that week to break the streak, you know what I'm saying?
And not play people or play people?
Just kind of chill. Yeah, not play people.
Yeah, we probably won't play nobody. We'll probably put our feet up, you know.
How'd you feel about that, Coach? Like not playing guys going into the playoffs? Did you believe let them play a little bit to keep the...
Well, the issue is you only have...
Bears could be Eagles in the playoffs again, respectfully. It's possible. Do I see the... What was the score of that game? Do I see the Eagles being able to come up with a game plan and at least minimizing some of their run game, not taking away complete 24-15? I can see the Eagles. I can see the Eagles turning it around in the playoffs. I for sure can see that. You coming in with the right game plan. I'm pretty sure they didn't expect to get ran on like that. That was terrible. They got ran on bad. But I take it as a 50-50 game in the playoffs. Like they didn't get blown out.
Have 53 guys, 46 guys, so it's not like you can't bench everybody, you know. But I would like bench a Trent Williams type guy or maybe the quarterback or something like that. You know, the issue is people get upset. Like Lee would be like, "Damn, coach, why I got to play in this game?"
Oh, I'm playing.
Yeah, you want the stats. You want the stats.
It's still a game. You get your stats.
I need the clock, baby. I'm playing.
There were certain guys I would always err on the side of the guys that were in the injury tent, had the nagging injuries. Those guys wouldn't play. Everybody else was playing, kick their ass. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Go.
Coach, I can't really take you seriously. Your hat says grown ass man. You were thinking, that's me. That was what you wanted to buy? I love it.
Well, grown ass.
She said, "I can't take you serious." Goodness gracious.
Ass man.
You are.
Agreed.
You are, Coach, and we love it. Thank you for everything today. Thank you guys for watching.
Let me know how y'all feel about the Jags. If they beat the Broncos again, I am giving them credit. I'm giving them credit for beating the Broncos. It's gonna be an interesting game. Looking at the numbers again, the Broncos don't really turn the ball over that much, and they play top tier defense. So that doesn't play to the strength of the Jaguars. And then I'm curious to see what the game plan is going to be for the Jags. Broncos have pretty good run defense, if I'm not mistaken. You see. Let's go to rushing defense. If they could take away ETN in their run game, I think that'll simplify a lot for them. On the rushing yards per game. Oh, they're 1-2 in rushing defense right now. Interesting. So if they could take away ETN, take away Bashal Tutton, kind of force them to throw it more. I mean, but we're gonna say the same thing. It's not like I'm not really scared of the Broncos running the football. That's not a worry. RJ Harvey going off is not a worry. So if the Jags can stop RJ Harvey, I'm not really worried. I definitely think I'm more worried about ETN being involved. I want to see ETN be involved and contribute to a win. But at the same time, we'll see. It's gonna be a very interesting matchup. Let me know y'all thoughts. I ain't gonna overdo it. Hurst injured. I trust their defense to win games. You trust the Bears defense to win games? Interesting. Possible. Very possible. I think it's 50-50. Jalen Hurts is the best playoff quarterback outside Mahomes and Allen. I wouldn't say Burrow's a good playoff QB. Lil Jordan is a threat. Stafford too. Not having JK really hurts their offense in my opinion, but they still win the game. So no, that's facts. They still winning. They still winning. Let's see, we got any other decent topic. We got Jaden Daniels needs to stop being reckless. I think we'll cap it off. Let's see if it's any other good topics. I mean, we got the Phillip Rivers. That's one. I think I'm good on talking on Josh Allen. I think I talked about Josh Allen the other day. Gerald in the arena responded to nightcap. I talked about the Cowboys already as well. Shador has a game to forget. I talked about the Packers already. Did a video about them. So I guess we could do the Dolphins still already. Phillip almost pulls it out for the Colts. Gil's Arena going live 21 hours ago. Got Phillip Rivers. The door. Off a good playoff quarterback. All right, we got the arena talking about Phillip Rivers' performance against the
Stand.
Seahawks.
Obviously, they fell apart, and they decided to play 44-year-old Phillip Rivers.
Just nothing, Cody.
Yeah, we know what you said. Okay, so Phillip Rivers, he managed to stay alive on Sunday, and honestly, a hell of an effort. And he lost a heartbreaking 18-16. I really thought in the end that field goal, I was like, they've got this. They only gave the ball back 50 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking. So the Colts defense held the Seahawks to the end zone, but still couldn't find a way to win this one. Phillip Rivers threw a touchdown at 44 years old, and he was very emotional after the game. So I do want to show that clip because proud of this.
I think maybe, maybe it will. I don't know, inspire or teach, to not to run or be scared of what may or may not happen. Hopefully, certainly I think of my sons and those ball players, that I'm in charge of at the school, that they'll say like, crap, coach wasn't scared. You know what I mean? It's like, shoot, sometimes there is doubt and it's real. And
are you laughing at him?
Why is he crying?
You can the guaranteed safe bet is to go home.
Why though, bro?
Not go for it. And
I think it's tears of joy. I think it's he went out there and he did something that he felt, he wasn't sure if he was gonna be able to do. And again, just him feeling happy, to go out there and, like he said, inspire some of the kids that he coaches at his high school and inspire some of his own kids. He got a bunch of kids, so I think it's more so him just being happy. I don't think it's a sad thing.
Other one is
13,
let's see
bro.
what happens, and so I hope that in that sense that it can be a positive to some young boys, or young people. It doesn't have to be boys.
I feel you, Phillip, but it's just week 14.
So you're telling me right now?
Yeah, but he thinking about the kids. Though.
Man.
He ain't care about the game.
If you hopped off the couch,
about the kids.
went and played a game, and your boys watched you play, and your family, you wouldn't get emotional post-game press conference?
No, bro.
No?
Maybe it's because the amount of big games I played in. Maybe it's that.
Maybe I'm not
I think of a team called Talib right now, and he went out there like, man, y'all sure y'all want me to come out? And they're like, yeah, we want you. Out of all the people out here, out of all the better options, free agents, we got Stephon Gilmore who played within the last 2 years. We got all these other cornerbacks who played, and Talib went out there like, all right, I'll come out here. He caught a pick in the game. They lost, but he caught a pick, and he had a really good performance. You know what I mean? I get a little emotional. I think it's, you know what I'm saying?
I walked into that
one.
week 14. lost.
He not thinking about the game. He thinking about the kids.
I get it. I get it. I'm gonna be
yeah.
laughing. I'm gonna be like proud. Like, yeah, my youngest got to watch me play, man. Felt like I didn't know what was gonna happen. I made it through. Like I'm just not. Maybe
Teach
it's
his
just me,
own.
Skip. Maybe it's because I'm from the
Teach his own.
projects and shit. I'm just not that emotional to be crying week 14. That's just me. You know what
He's
I'm
a
saying?
sensitive, soft guy.
I mean, you know, you get older, y'all start going through shit. My mom be doing that shit, Skip. How be crying out the blue.
How
and shit.
old is your youngest?
He's 7.
Okay.
He about to be 8.
So he didn't know you as a football player,
Right.
well, right?
Right.
Okay. Would it matter to you if he got to see you play?
I would love him to get to see me play, but that ain't gonna make me cry though, Skip. That's just maybe I just cry over different shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just me.
Okay, when was the last time you cried?
Oh shit, I cry now. I ain't saying I don't cry, but I cry over real shit. Like you know
Not football, apparently.
That's some real shit.
You know, I don't think it's him being sad. I think it's happy tears. That's what I think it is. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
That's real shit.
So what do I think?
I'm sorry.
Maybe he was hurt.
If Rodgers gets in the playoffs, they would make it to the AFC Championship. I trust that defense. No, I trust that team, like player wise. The offense is a little iffy, but I do trust that team. But I mean, we've seen them have bad defensive play calling this year. I don't trust the defensive coordinator, and we've seen them have bad offensive play calling this year. I don't trust the offensive coordinator. I like Tomlin as a head coach, but he's not the one calling plays on either side of the ball. So you know, we've seen them get ripped up by Jamar Chase. What bro had like 20 catches in a game or something versus them. And we've seen them offensively look mid at times this year. Their play calling is just not. It's not trustworthy to go on a Super Bowl run. Maybe they get into a flow and they turn it around, or they just hand the keys over to Rodgers and say, "Hey, man, you call the plays." I don't know, but I don't trust them to really. Pretty sure Rodgers the OC. Man, I think he has input. I don't think he calls all the plays, but I do think he has significant input because they're doing stuff this year that I've never seen them do. And it's no coincidence because Aaron Rodgers is there. So I do feel like he has some input.
Maybe he's hurt from when he slipped on the logo.
Okay, well, don't rain on the man's parade.
Yeah, man, come on.
Like, damn, maybe I missed it.
I watched that. Hey, I watched that. I got emotional. I'm like, that's gonna be a cool moment tomorrow. Keeps laughing. Maybe I'm soft.
Week 14.
Maybe I'm
bro.
soft.
You know, Cody would be up there crying.
He's starting again next week. It ain't like it's his last game or like shit.
Which they did confirm that he will be starting again next week. But Cody,
I think that too. It probably don't even feel real to him. You know, it's just the joy that he gets to go out there and play football again. He didn't maybe he didn't expect that. You know, he got that call and he was like, "Y'all really want me to come back?" All these other quarterbacks who done played more recent than me, y'all want me to come back? You know, and it probably don't feel real to him.
I need to know 1 to 10 how impressive was Phillip Rivers?
1 to 10. It's tough. I started with a 7.
Damn.
Just because of you saying high or low?
High.
A 7 is a C. That's the 70s. 7 out of 10. I don't know. Hey, go ahead.
I'm talking about impressive. I'm not saying what he did on the field. I'm saying how impressed was I with what Phillip Rivers did overall. It was a 7, then he cried. I bumped him up to an 8. But really, it was a 7. I have him at a 7, and you look at it totality. I mean, to come off the couch, to be coaching high school football, to be retired for 5 years, to come back, and let's not forget going to Seattle, which is probably the toughest place to play with that crowd against Mike McDonald and that defense.
Yep.
Come on now, man, to go out there and give them a chance to win in that game. I know the defense played great.
9 at least.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Went to a 7 because of level of difficulty. I bumped up to an 8. Maybe I'm a quarterback and I'm biased, but I'm giving them an 8. I can't wait to hear your score. But just, how cool was that? I thought that was a great moment, man.
I think it was very cool, and I also disagree with the 8. I think he's giving it to the feeling of it. I think a 7. I think a 7 or a 6. I did that backwards. I think a 7 or a 6 is okay. You know, I don't think it was a really good performance. I think it was a very, very safe, conservative performance, and I think he did good enough. But I wouldn't say he played the level of a C or a B. I think, you know, a D plus, maybe D minus. Like, he passed. he got out of there. It wasn't with flying colors or anything, or it wasn't convincing.
I had flashbacks of when I was a kid watching him play growing up and just all the great things he did in San Diego and making those big time plays. And it was cool, man. I thought the game plan was exactly what I expected, though. They were going to come into the game, especially early on, trying to run the football. Let's feed Jonathan Taylor. Let's get the run game going. It's tough against that defense, but when we have Phillip throw it, let's be short. Let's be intermediate. Let's get some of those screens. Now, started out a little shaky, didn't get into a rhythm. His first throw was a back shoulder to a running back, too, out of empty, so I wasn't expecting that. But still, they put the ball in his hands. They trusted him to make some plays, and they kept the balance intact. They ran it 30 times. They threw it 27. So it wasn't just let's run it 50 and he's only throwing it 10 and become one-dimensional. They stayed two-dimensional, which was important. Now, he did miss some throws and had some off plays. Slipped on one of them. I'm blaming the painting at the middle of the field. He slipped. The fall wasn't bad for me. It was him trying to get back up real quick, I think was tough to watch, and wish he would have just stayed down. But he got up, took a hit.
A couple.
I love what he said, too, after the game. I know we showed that clip, but he said, man, I'm crazy like that. Like, I'm built like that. I told my wife.
Told his wife over the last couple of years.
Do you miss playing? I just want someone to come hit me real quick. Someone come hit me and give me a shot while I'm throwing a football. That's what I miss, which to me is impressive. And for how many years he played. That stuff doesn't bother me. No, and that's the competitive that's the competitor that he is. But with that being said, when they had him throw the football, I thought he did some things well. That touchdown to Downs on the crossing route. He should have had 2 to Downs, too.
Hey,
He had that stutter and go.
You brought it up.
Had it perfectly down the sideline.
He looked too late.
Did Downs lose it in the lights?
I think he just looked too late.
Yeah, he held right, came back, and I think that's a timing thing, too. I think it's a chemistry thing.
That's what it is.
He thought he was going to be more stacked. Downs was more outside. He just threw it too far inside.
Didn't the DB fall?
He roasted him.
I think the DB
put him on the
fell.
It's 5 yards of separation. He was gone. It was a walking touchdown.
He
and the
roasted
safety,
him, and then he chopped out.
The safety was way in the middle, too. He wasn't going to get there.
Yeah, he looked up and the ball was landing.
Yeah.
It was a good ball. Phillip.
It was a little inside. It was a little inside.
I mean, but if you fucking drop him out on the ground, I'm just going to put it up to you, let you go. You could get to it. It's inside. You could have got to it.
And there was a free rusher. He had to just let it go high. That's what I wanted Dak to do last night.
Yeah, I will say, though, on those stutter go routes to that point, you got to throw those on the outside shoulder. You want to throw it on the outside so they can adjust. He left it a little bit inside.
But if you make a motherfucker fall, who cares?
Yeah.
Where is that? Just go get it. I see you made him fall. He coming. I just got to put it up.
I think by the time Downs got his head back around, though, he's like,
that's Downs. Why is you doing that little 8U football shit? Like, how far are you going to run before you look back? You fucking 20 yards downfield. You still ain't look back. You already put him on the ground. As soon as you put him on the ground, just look back and just go track it.
So that was late third quarter, and they were up 13-9.
I know.
If you convert that,
I wanted that one
touchdown,
skip.
Yeah.
And it's 20-9.
Yeah.
So you win the football game. I think you got a shot.
That was a big play. The other one too. I mean, he called protection left. They ended up bringing right. The running back picked it up. That split to Tyler Warren down the middle. Split the linebackers.
He dropped.
It was a seam throw, man. That's a tough throw. No, he caught that one. That was over the middle.
Okay.
He did drop a couple corner routes. Almost made a hell of a catch where he just didn't get his feet in time or didn't get the ball in time. But a couple corner routes I would have liked to see Warren make for him. But I thought he did a great job. And then the biggest play for me, though, was the back shoulder to Alec Pierce. That was the hero play. I thought that was it, Skip. It's third down. You're coming off of the 2-minute warning. You have a chance to win the football game. You throw a back shoulder. You drip a dime. Perfect throw. Great adjustment by Pierce. You make the catch. They're going to kick a field goal. They make it. Game's over, right? We walk off into the sunset. It was third and seven in a crucial moment. Wish they would have converted on the next series or the next, new set of downs. Could have got a little bit closer for the field goal, but it doesn't matter. They ended up scoring. They ran it on third down. He checked to it, and they trusted their kicker. He made a kick, but unfortunately the defense couldn't get a stop. So I'd love to say 10 if they would have won the game, but yeah, level of difficulty for coming off the couch and playing that way.
So you
I gave him an 8.
He bumped it up to an 8. Yeah.
For the cry.
Yes, for the
What do
cry.
you got?
And I felt like he only looked old on one play. As the play fell down, took him like a second and a half to get up.
He looked old. Yeah.
That's the only play he looked old. Shit, he made some real quick decisions, got the ball out fast. They couldn't fucking sack him because he was letting it go too fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He made sure he didn't get sacked.
That's all game plan, though. Let's get it out, yeah.
And I mean, but you game plan that for some of these guys, and they just can't fit it in there, and they hold the bitch and still get sacked. You know what I'm saying? So he played like a real vet, getting that ball.
Where are the sacks, player stats, team stats? Total D. Here's where the Seahawks are in terms of sacks. I know that defense is pretty good. I'm just curious. The Niners got 16 sacks on the season. That's crazy. So Seattle has they're top 5 in sacks. They're number 4. Interesting. Did they sack him much? You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle slept on him. Like if they slept on the Colts. He only got sacked once. Wow. Wouldn't be surprised if they thought it was gonna be a cakewalk.
Ball out. He was crazy on third down. He was super accurate all night. He
was.
Like, man, he definitely impressed me, man. And then for the game, you throw a back shoulder right at like 17 or something to put him right just far enough for the field goal. Like, man, hey, I was very impressed. I gave him a 9 out of 10, Skip. Like, I gave him
Whoa.
an 8. Like, that shit
But you
was-
bumped him down.
Wait, I thought you were saying mine was
What?
low.
It
Or
is
low. I'm sorry, I thought you were saying mine was high.
I
Yeah,
thought
I
that's
watched- I watched the
assumed
tape.
that. He didn't even tell you what he meant.
Yeah, I
was
just
like,
said,
hey,
damn. Like,
7?
I watched
Wow,
the
I
tape.
thought
I'm
you were
like,
going
bro,
lower,
Philip
too.
really going crazy
Yeah,
right
right.
now, bro. Like,
Oh, okay. Well, I'm missing something. I'm missing something for sure. Okay.
he looked better than Daniel Jones, for real. Like,
I
he just
just-
can't
He
run.
did.
Oh
I ain't
wow.
gonna lie to you. I gave him a 10.
Oh wow. Okay, that's 4 for 4. Cody gave him an 8. Akeem gave him a 9. Jiro gave him a 10. Akeem said he looked better than Daniel Jones. And Skip said he did. Interesting.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
real,
gave him
bro.
a 10, man. He
Let's
was
go.
Had a busy week for reactions. Game on tonight, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's gonna be good. The more on days that are not Sunday makes Sunday a little lighter day, but it's all good.
Oh, I
They
thought
had
I was trying to be
13 third downs. 13 third downs. Phillip Rivers threw the ball, 12 of them.
Bro, he went
And he was
crazy.
8 of 12 and picked up 5 first downs.
One for the game?
One to put you in position to win the game.
Shit.
That boy was coaching high school football Monday.
Mm.
He was playing against a top 5 defense on Sunday on the road. Let's put it into perspective. He lived in Alabama. Team is in Indy. They played in Seattle. Look at all this travel he having to
That's
do.
true.
And if you look at him move, I thought he looked old the whole game because I played against Phillip Rivers. You played against him. When he dropped,
He just said they were 8 for 12 on third down. This says they were 5 for 13 on third down. Let me make sure I heard that
back, he
correctly.
do on school football Monday. 13 third downs. 13 third downs. Phillip Rivers threw the ball, 12 of them.
Bro, he went
And he was
crazy.
8 of 12 and picked up 5 first downs.
He threw the ball on 12 third downs and he was 8 of 12. That can't be right because it says 5 for 13 on third down. So interesting.
For the game?
One to put you in position to win the game.
Shit.
That boy was coaching high school football Monday.
Mm.
He was playing against a top 5 defense on Sunday on the road. Let's put it into perspective. He lived in Alabama. Team is in Indy. They played in Seattle. Look at all this travel he having to
That's
do.
true.
And if you look at him move, I thought he looked old the whole game because I played against Phillip Rivers. You played against him. When he dropped back, he do that little
He do that all the
Flintstone
time.
feet,
Yeah.
but it was just a little, he barely.
Yep.
But his throwing motion, Cody can attest to this, throwing motion, he's always had that little flip with his arm,
Yep.
but he always had more torque with it. This literally was just shoulder throws yesterday.
Yeah.
But playing the game with what he had to do yesterday and what he accomplished, and he scored a touch, and he threw a touchdown, man, he get a 10 for that. 44 coming off the
Crazy
Really
accurate.
think about this.
I thought you guys were giving me a hard
It definitely sounded like they was giving him a hard time at first. But I mean, this is just my perspective. If you take away the age, take away him coming back, and we just look at it like a quarterback. We take away the name. 18 for 27, 120, 1 touchdown and a pick. I mean, that's an okay game. I don't know about I don't know if that's a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10, you know. But I guess if you add the context of him coming back, I didn't know that was the criteria. But, you know, interesting. Somebody got beat 73-49. What the heck?
Time to give him an 8.
No, I know. The way that they sounded, I agree.
I thought they were.
I was like, wow, you're being really hard on.
He said I give him a 7. I said
no. I said I started with a 7 and then level of difficulty bumped it up to an 8.
Maybe it was because of how hard you were on it.
Man, let's think about this yesterday.
Well, they ain't had nothing to do with
two high-level athletes that didn't finish the game with their knees.
Yeah.
He 44 off the couch and finished the game.
Yeah.
He get a 10 for that alone.
All right.
Like, man, that's a impressive scale. That's a 10.
So was not the degree of difficulty he faced a 10?
Yes.
Wasn't that a 10?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. To go to the Seattle Seahawks?
I got to go 10 for Phillip Rivers because Seattle was number 2 in points allowed. Seattle was number 2 in quarterback pressures. And Phillip goes in as a 14-point dog to, as you point out, the loudest. I think it is. That they haven't played that well there lately, but it is. You guys played there, right? It's the loudest. All right. So it's the loudest stadium, and you go in there without Sauce, without Charvarius, without DeForest Buckner on your defense, and you lose some guys on defense and in your offensive line during the game. So it's piecework of play. You're not that team that had won all those games. This team has now lost 4 games in a row. So you walk in with a team that's sliding into the sunset, and you manage to get sacked 1 time and you got hit 4 times. That's incredible to me. That's impossibly great to me because he showed you that it's the one position in the National Football League you can play with your brain, right? You can just play it with your experience and your wits and your guts and your know-how, not your body, because he looks like he weighs 20 pounds more than he did when you last saw him on a football field. And yet he goes in there and they dumbed down the game plan, they simplified it, and they said our target score was we wanted to win the game 20-17. And they had it right on course, where I couldn't draw it up better than they drew it up and executed it, where if you just make the throw to downs, it's done. I think you're going to win the game, and it would be one of the greatest upsets in the history of the National Football League under these circumstances. He practiced 3 times, and the third one was a walkthrough, okay? So we had 2 full practices. Wow, and to your point, he's flying all over the country to get to Seattle. Well, you can't do it any better, but it was, in the end, it was kind of sad to me.
Shaquille Leonard's on your practice squad. I thought he retired.
Because I look at what they're up against. So now they've lost 4 in a row, and they've fallen down to, what are they now, like 8-6? I think they are, right? 8-6. And I look, and you got San Francisco at home on Monday night. You'll like that, right?
He's lucky we don't have Nick Bosa.
Yeah, okay. And then you got Jacksonville at home.
I wonder why did all of a sudden he start going by his middle name? Like, he was going by his first name his entire career, then out of nowhere, just middle name.
And then you have to finish at Houston, which might be the hottest team in the league as we speak, quietly, the hottest team, right? Okay, so what are you going to do against this? I mean, can you win another game? I just don't know if they can win another game under these circumstances.
But
they probably don't win another game, but Phillip probably looked like he looked last night. I mean, yesterday.
And I guarantee you, Phillip was calling some of them people by their number. And he probably didn't know everybody's name.
Yeah, that's true.
He probably, hey, number 12, I need you to do this. Like, that's what he dealing with.
No, Phillip, man.
Timing,
he was in there.
All that, man, I'm telling you, man, it's just he didn't have timing is everything. You know about a quarterback. Timing is everything. And I think that throw that they didn't connect on, you got to understand who you're playing. If they had time together, he know, Phillip, this ball's coming out. I need to get my head around.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
Well, listen.
So in the end, bottom line, I know you don't love QBR, but just for the record, you got to give it to Phillip. His QBR was higher than Sam Darnold's in this game. It was 53-44.
Yeah, I played Sam Darnold.
All right, he outplayed Sam Darnold.
And the most important thing, I'm not going to count the last pick because that was desperation mode.
Yeah.
No turnovers. Didn't turn the football over.
Well, he turned it over. If I get a pick at the buzzer, it counts.
I'm saying in the
You throw a pick at the buzzer, it counts.
Well, okay, there's 4 seconds left, and I got to try
to. If you threw a touchdown, it would have counted, right?
You know what, though? Go back to what Phillips says, though. Like, he would always say, well, you're not throwing a touchdown from backed up like that.
All right, well, what if he catch it? What if he throw a slant?
Move.
What if he throw a slant and dude take it to the crib? Do it count?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, of course it count. But yeah, I'm not counting that as it. Like, obviously it counts for the stat sheet, but I'm not going to critique him for that. Going to pick on a Hail Mary, I'm not critiquing a QB for that. Like, you know, he pretty much had a pickless day, pretty much. You know?
Yes, that's
all right. Well, dude, your fucking pick count too.
Pick don't count. Okay, outside of that though, throughout the majority of the game, he didn't turn the football over. He didn't have any interceptions.
That's like a quarterback throwing a screen and they go score. That's a touchdown pass, right? You ain't do shit but throw a quick screen, but you count it as a touchdown pass. Everything count.
Okay, yes, it counts on the stat sheet, but I'm saying it didn't dictate the outcome of the game throughout. He did enough to win the game. He threw a back shoulder to Alec Pierce.
Hey, Menace, how you doing, Brody?
The game should have been.
That wasn't a Hail Mary. Desperation throw, Hail Mary. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of them. You just throw it up, you know?
No,
you
I
don't
know,
give him a 7.
But you're no.
I gave him a 7.
I started with a 7.
I gave him a 9.
I was like, Akeem.
But the pick fucking count.
I finished with an 8, but I'm like, Akeem's gonna give me shit because he's gonna say the defense won.
So now you're giving him a 9?
An 8. If they won, I would
You
give
were
him a 10.
biased. Okay. Well, at the end of the day, hats off to you, Phillip Rivers. The arena is
Good
giving
shit.
you
Hell
8, 9, and 10. So
Hell yeah.
44 years old. You know who we also need to give it to? That is Bo Nix. And
All right. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section on that one there. I mean, you know, again, considering the conditions, he played good, and they're grading him off the conditions. I don't think they're grading him just off of just, you know, straight up. You know, I don't think that's an A+ game personally, but you know, I respect again the conditions being considered, for sure. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. How do y'all see the Colts in this season with Phillip Rivers, and do y'all think they give AR a shot? Because they did just open up his practice window, so he's off of IR. So let me know. I see how this is gonna go. If he has a bad game, they're gonna let him slide based off his career. I mean, to me, that's fine, you know. But as long as they're including that in the conversation, you know, just like how they did right now. They didn't say he played good. Just like they included the fact that they included the conditions as a reasoning behind why they saying he played good. But if they say he played good without including the conditions, it's like I'm looking at that a little sideways. So if he plays bad, they're gonna throw in the conditions, and you know that's fine. I can accept that. You know, yeah, coming off the couch, blah 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 blah. It's gonna look worse if he plays worse against a worse defense, which the Niners defense right now is worse than the Seahawks. But you know, we'll see. But the Niners got some film on them, which the Seahawks didn't have film on them. You know, you can't really go back and watch his old highlights and expect him to come out and do that. You know, you don't really know the game plan. Oh, me and Darius Leonard got the same birthday. It's interesting. I mean, he a year older than me, but interesting. Anything happened with Matt Ryan? Can Brady have a comeback? If he wanted to. If Rivers can do it, Brady could do it. If he wanted to. Part owner of the Raiders. Oh, wow. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, I think in terms of like being physically capable, I think if he wanted to, he could do it. But yeah. Can he not play for the Raiders? Interesting. Ooh. This might be it. It's 128. Anybody want to play Madden? Probably going to pop it off. Might do this one here. Might end it with this one here. Or play somebody in Madden. I think, man. Ja said, yeah. All right, let's do it. Get a quick game, man. I'm gonna hop off. A quick one. Snowed in. I got power. Everything good. You know, outside of being snowed in. That's good. That's good. Super cold last night, 18 degrees. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, bro. I like, if you when you grow up in it, you know, to each his own, but I would never choose to live in that personally. I can respect it. Hope it snows in Houston. Yeah, I don't mind. Like I like the snow. You know, like 1 day, 2 days. You know, in general, like I like it. But like to like have months of snow or like weeks on weeks of it, I don't know how I feel about that. Really, it's not even the snow. It's just it being like mad cold. It's not really even the snow. Have you ever tried going to work in the snow? Nah, every time it snowed, if I had to work, they gave us off. You been seeing the rumors about DeJean and Nikki Bella? Ain't Nikki Bella, is she like in the WWE? I haven't seen stuff like that though. My first time hearing about something like that. Hey, Ja, you online? Going way down here. He's 44, DeJean 23. And that's how I go. Jalen Green, his baby mama, she in her 40s and he 23. Oh, there you go. But yeah, that's how that stuff go, man. You got a back tat of her, Jalen Green did. Oh yeah, they locked in for life. To each his own on that, man. That's yeah, that's interesting. Landman at 86 and Stafford got a 97. Landman is at 86 now? Wow. Interesting. Congrats to him.
You can look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Rams.
He might make All-Pro. I haven't heard his name in that conversation. I gotta look the numbers. Look them numbers. But he, from what I have seen, he has been playing good this year. He was on the who was he with last year? Was he with the Falcons last year? I recall. But they're no joke. I'll pull it for sure. Got the Rams roster. They got so much depth at DB. Mm-hmm.
There's a short one taken in by Higby. They'll get him up for him as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up manageable second down.
Second down, it's Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. Pick up of the 11 yards on that one. Good for a Rams first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. And a good show of force there, getting 4 tough yards out of that one.
Yeah.
Here's second and 6. Shotgun snap to Stafford. And this is caught left sideline, but out of bounds, says the official. Incomplete. That ball a little late getting there. It's going to bring up third down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and just wasn't able to save the play.
A first set of downs to work with is first down and 10. First down.
First and 10 at the 9-yard line.
The shotgun, it's Stafford. He'll get this to Kyron Williams. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From 31, here's second and 3. To the air again, Stafford. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there.
That pass from Winning, R16-0, and Weeks. Interesting. Very interesting stat.
And it'll be third down. Stafford to throw again. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. It's a gain of 19 in the air. First down, LA.
That's another Rams first down. A gain of 19 yards. And a Rams first down.
22. They'll run it with Williams. He'll work forward to about 3. It's second down.
I think they got beat. That was on.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
Oh my, barely missed that. Oh my gosh. Man. All right, deal. Take it easy, bro. Have a good shift.
This is fielded inside the 5. Good job in coverage. They're getting him down short of the 20-yard line.
Get out my way, bro. Ingram is so bad, dog. This dude be costing me so many plays. Big plays.
Brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud.
What the heck? I pressed the wrong button.
Incomplete. And only just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I pressed the wrong. I don't understand why they take the icons away.
Once he broke the pocket, so now he's trying
I don't understand that at all.
extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. Begins as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Stroud. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
On 2nd down, Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. It's 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Stroud. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got inside the 15.
Sims, first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. This one's going to be taken in by Collins. And he's close to another 1st down. Brought down just shy of the margin.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Rams' 4-yard line.
Come on, man.
And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
It was a wide open hole. My old lineman just acted like they didn't know. They forgot how to block.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Touchdown.
That play was so broken. Like, crazy.
It's not easy taking the field right for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march.
Rams pass rush not as good in Madden.
They're able now to go out and square it on up.
I'm getting the ball out kind of quick. I'm not gonna lie. I think I might be putting my own horn, but I think I'm getting it out kind of quick.
As they kick it off. This one is going to sail through the end zone. For a touchdown. 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time. And
Got me. Ah. I get my stuff done quick enough.
Again, it's Stafford. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Throwing again is Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Third and inches. They'll try to run to it with Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. On first down, Stafford. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Down at the 12. It's first and 10.
That's another Rams last down. A gain of 16 yards.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Quick throw here is complete. And he can't get away. They rally the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. And the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's second and 9. Stafford gets this one out quick to the court. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. They'll line it up.
I don't know what button I pressed. I think I pressed something to mess that up, but the coverage was initially good.
Coming their way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone, 4 touchdowns. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on first down. Downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. And they're into field goal range now. He's got the first down at the 26-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Stroud going to set up the throw. To the left side, into the hands of Pete. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. As that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, it's Stroud.
Come on, bro. He did not jump at all, bro. I pressed the button and just no jump. That was a 50-50 ball. Come on now.
Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick might
That's crazy.
Me and you are sitting here saying that's a touchdown, and instead they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Stafford now to throw on first down. Unloads downfield looking for Nakua. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. The quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. To throw is Stroud.
Come on. Wide open, bro. Oh my gosh. And selling, bro. Perfect play, bro.
On first down, it's Stafford. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
It's not often like that everything breaks right with this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll find his man, and that's Jason Higgins. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This is hot. He got the connection to come. Line of scrimmage is the 31. As they line up first and 10.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing is Stroud. To the right side, Kurt's got it. And he's out of bounds, close to the 45-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. Moving outside the pocket, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Should have pulled him up. That would have made sense. Okay. That's fake. Okay. But that's mad.
Following the sack, it is 3rd and long.
Bro, that is fake. Oh my gosh.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Flush to his left. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Rams 1st down.
A gain of 14.
Throwing again, Stafford. Now he takes off. And he'll somehow turn this into an outbound. Get out of bounds after a pickup of a yard. It is 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Atwell sent in motion here.
Oh my gosh. You got blessed. The game glitched. My coverage just got glitched.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now, Stroud. And that's right side, and he
else considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll let one go deep. That's good piece. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans draw closer here. It's 21 to 14.
21. Texans 14.
So things will play a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away.
The Rams take over first and 10. And they're on the 35-yard line.
Drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 5. The shotgun and Stafford. Toward the sideline, taking in by and he gets 18 on the pitching catch. First down, LA.
First and 10 at the 40.
Well, set in motion here. They run over center with Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
When you look throughout this game, like, I don't think there's even a way this defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
They'll drop to throw. As he throws and it is incomplete, just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Out of the gun, Stafford.
Oh, bro. Did I do that? I think I did that. I think I messed up my own coverage. I did. Oh, my gosh, bro.
Well, set in motion here. Now first down throw for Stafford. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are going to have it here.
Yeah, I see.
It's just the last thing you can afford to do, especially in this situation. Like, there's just no need to force the ball. You're playing with a lead. It's late in the game, and I know he's got a lot of confidence in his arm, and he thinks he can get away with it, but that decision, it proves to be costly.
Bro, that blitz is so fake, bro.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That one incomplete. Good job. Nice move there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And trying to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is fourth down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Escaping to his left. And he'll give himself up after picking up the first down.
7-yard gain. And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Stroud will set up the throw. Escaping to his left. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Dropped it again, bro. Come on, man.
Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Here's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. All 3 timeouts left. How much that's going to matter remains to be seen. Here comes first and 10.
35-yard line.
Stroud to throw. His pass complete to Jalen Noel. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game. On first down, they pick up 7 yards. Here's second down and 3. To throw is Stroud.
Oh my, bro, they screwing me over with these throws, dog. It's like CJ can't throw and the receivers can't catch. Come on now. Crazy.
There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
With the first down, so they get a new set of downs. Just as importantly, stop the clock.
Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing is Stroud. To the end zone, where it's incomplete. Great job in covering and muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
23-yard line.
Here we go.
They took Nico out. Oh my gosh. Man. Good game, bro. It is what it is.
Turn up past the 35-yard line. So it's a win.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You was getting blessed, but it's all good.
This one, the defense comes up with the interception and clutch
Rematch.
to seal it on the final play, and the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team.
I want to. I need it.
Our entire team.
Get help off.
You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more,
Who right now?
EASports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Flip a coin on it. Heads, a rematch. Tails, or don't. Heads, rematch. Tails, don't. Hey Siri, flip a coin. Tails. Alright. I mean, she's just so bad. Yeah, she's. I mean, he has 78s, bro. So it's like, I expect him to be bad, but it's certain throws where it's just like, come on now, bro. It don't make no sense. But yeah, he's 78. Trash. He trash. Receivers trash. Then they took Nico Collins out on the last play, bro. I should have called a timeout right there. I didn't even think to do that. I should have called timeout. Maybe he would have came back in. All right, man. Good stream. I'm gonna catch y'all tonight. After game tonight, right? What's today? Today's Thursday, right? Yeah, catch y'all boys tonight. Be blessed. Catch y'all boy later.